Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong.
Oh, look at me. I'm retarded. I'm a globe.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke. Your love life's the old way. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day, week, your month, then your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you, so there for you too.
The whole system is designed to disconnect you from your intuition. Why? Disconnected people are easy to manipulate. Everything from sunscreen to politics to the food industry. It's all designed to disconnect and manipulate you. We are in the middle of a war right now, but it's not a traditional war. It's a war on consciousness. It's a war on freedom. This is the time to listen, not to the news. No, your intuition, your gut, your heart. Love is the greatest weapon against darkness. How do you love more? You begin by loving yourself. How do you love yourself? You listen to the messages your body is telling you.
Nobody is coming to save you. Get up. Be your own hero.
Slaves used to work all day, every day, with no pay. But they got free food, water, and shelter. Today, we work all day, nearly every day, and we get paid. But the money we make, we spend on food, water, and shelter. We're still slaves. The only thing that has changed is the illusion of freedom.
I just know we thought something so wild of the ordinary. You got me keep kissing the ground. Who saves you?
I'm scared, Dad.
Do you trust me, son?
Yes.
Come on, son. Rule number 1, never trust anybody.
Law. Nowhere in nature or in a controlled environment can we ever produce a volume outside of containment.
What's that?
Gas been seen or
what's that, brother?
I am struggling extremely with mental health issues, and I am trying to do that whilst being FTFE. And unfortunately, talking to flat earthers is quite painful.
All right. Thank you, Craig.
Wait for me, wait for me.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square.
Gravy make a splash like Pippin. Shit, that's nothing. Splash. Everybody.
I remember when I lost my mind.
All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind, coming to you live from the Rapture. I have been raptured. All of you were wrong. I was right. I'm the only one that got to go boo nana hoo hoo to you. So fuck off, right? No, I'm just kidding. It's not real. In case Sean Hawkins is watching, this isn't real. Okay. Boy, got a lot of good people in here tonight. 81 already. We got some great people backstage here. I'll bring them up as I call them out here. We've got the D-Man with us tonight. What's happening, D-Man? Right on. Same here. And I am pain-free right now thanks to some of Mrs. Saab's infused chocolate-covered peanut butter balls. I ate about 3 of those fuckers, and I'm feeling nothing, man, right now. So we got Roger Ledwell as well. How you doing, Raj?
Just a little digitally impaired this evening.
A little digitally impaired this evening. Okay.
I don't know what that means, but I just thought of it off the top of my head.
Sounds good. It sounds good. I'll give you privy to a word that I invented too.
Okay.
Forsimilate.
Forsimilate.
It doesn't mean anything. And there's Cubby Bear. What's happening, brother?
How's it going?
Oh, the latest rage email from Roger that is addressing your surroundings to me. He says, "Oh, we gotta take up a collection to get Cubby a better place to broadcast from. He's in the basement from his mother and shit like that." And I'm like, this guy, I haven't answered any of them, but he keeps sending me fucking emails like I'm supposed to give a shit.
What am I?
All right, hang on. Let me see. Where is it here? Which was it under? Here it was.
Well, he seems really concerned with your well-being, Cubby, I'm sure.
Because I ruffled all their feathers because I called them a bunch of fags.
No, yeah. What else would they be?
Oh, excuse me. I didn't mean to say that.
Oops. Here's the email, and it says there. Let me read it out.
Cubby needs our help. Oh no.
Yeah. Look, guys, let's put our differences aside and unite for the greater good. Every single time I see Cubby on stream from his mama's basement, my heart breaks. I had a friend of mine make some promotional material to raise awareness to get the fundraising started. Please help me help that Wookiee-looking motherfucker get a ceiling. It's 2025, and no woolly mammoth should be left in a cold, damp, lonely basement while simultaneously being an absolute moron about the shape of the earth. And he left a little video here.
Oh, how nice.
Dare we see what it says?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Go for it. It's probably about me.
I'm sure it is.
It is. This is wow. You really must have got up under his ass, man. I hadn't even listened. You must have really got up his ass somehow. Let me stop sharing this.
I never argued about the shape of the Earth. I just said it's not a globe.
Can I respond? Can I respond to that email?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm done. Thanks.
Here's the thing. It's an AI thing, and it's called "Please Help Cubby." What's this? Is he got his own little channel? The Snot Cave. Well, there you go. The Snot Cave. That's a hell of a fucking name of a place. Definitely not a troll channel.
His beard like a Wookiee reflection
Don't
in the
create relief.
dark corner. He longs for warm ceilings, for walls to be made. Apple flavor comfort from the tractor store tray.
What is that?
In the arms
It's supposed to be
of
ivermectin.
compassion.
It's supposed to be only.
Yeah. That's what really triggered him. I talked about horse face.
You really got up under their ass skin there.
They need to help me because I'm dead right now. You see, I've taken it all these years.
Fucking joke.
Now listen, everybody. Just for $1 a day, you could help Cubby.
Right. That's right. That's right. That's, we'll put a little donation thing up there. I don't know. Maybe he had one. Hold on.
That was beautiful. You guys did so well creating that yourself. Oh wait, that was AI.
AI.
My bad.
Yeah. Yeah, because
you're so
he's not.
inventive.
Yeah, he has no creativity of his own. So that's interesting. Where did that come in? That was yesterday. I got that. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm like not feeling any pain right now.
Nice.
Some cool things that it's really weird. These phones, they fucking listen to you. Now, I haven't looked up nothing on my phone. I haven't looked up nothing on Google about this shit at all, right? Next thing I know, in my feed on YouTube on my phone, I'm getting video suggestions for people talking about how to alleviate sciatic nerve pain, right? And I'm like watching this guy, he's a doctor, and he's showing these ways that you can relieve it and shit. And I was like, dude, that's what I've been doing. I've been on the right track. I figured that shit out on my own, But then at the same time, I'm getting these ads for Social Security disability benefits. And I'm like, what the fuck are you even talking about? I've never even entertained that thought, right? But it's like every other fucking ad on my Facebook has been for that. I'm like, this is kind of crazy, man.
Yep, you better watch out. AARP is gonna come knocking. So
they already been sending me shit in the mail for 20 fucking years. They couldn't wait. Those buzzards was circling, baby.
You're gonna have to start wearing button-up shirts and slacks, loafers.
Ain't happening. Ain't happening. Ain't how this world works with me, man.
It's not as bad as my brother. Like the Marine Corps tried to recruit him at 8 years old, and they sent him a brochure.
Join today.
Yeah.
So I wanted to show you guys this. This is really great, and I'm sure James, he's been on the show before. I'm sure that he won't mind us showing this video, but he put a video out a little while ago. It's dark, but in a way, it's exactly what these cops do. This is crazy, and this brings attention to some shit that a cop did. It's really, I was fucked in the head when I saw this shit. But listen to this. This is great.
In August of 2025, Cameron Coronado with the Portage, Wisconsin Police Department was arrested and charged with child abuse for allegedly abusing his 6-month-old infant son. He admitted to shoving a pacifier down the infant's throat because the infant refused to, quote, shut the f up. Dead serious, this is what happened. But today I have an exclusive interview with a member of the Fraternal Order of Cops who is going to give us his perspective. The report stated that Officer Coronado gave the infant a lawful order to shut the f up, and the baby disobeyed the lawful order, and the baby continued to not shut the f up. And at that point, the officer is really left with no other choice. We're tired of being criticized for doing our jobs.
And if you're the ones that are out there spreading the rhetoric that police officers are the enemy, well, just know we've all got your number now. We're going to be keeping track of all of y'all, and we're going to make sure that we hold you accountable every time you stir the pot on our police officers.
Officer Coronado started working for the Portage, Wisconsin Police Department in 2018.
Hey there, I'm Officer Cameron Coronado with the City of Portage Police Department. I am badge number 4, and I am currently a night shift officer for our departments. You probably don't see me very often.
The mother reports that she heard from the other room the baby was crying, then Coronado yells, "Shut the f up," and then the baby's crying changes. She walks into the room and sees Coronado wiping up blood with a towel or a rag or something. She asks him what happened, and he says that he shoved the pacifier down the baby's throat, and the baby's mouth is bleeding all over. The mother stops the bleeding, comforts the baby, gets the baby to sleep for a little bit, and then shortly after, the baby wakes up again and is just screaming in pain. The mother wants to take the baby to the hospital to get checked out. Coronado, the officer who shoved a pacifier down his throat, says, no, you can't do that. The mother
can't do that. Can't take him to the hospital. This is a bad cop. If he's willing to do that over non-compliance with his own kid, 6 months old, think about how he treats the public.
Yep, every day.
Mm-hmm. Do what I say right now, or I'll exact violence on you.
That's beyond douchebaggery right there. That's
this guy.
Oh, he's a psychopath. They're psychopaths.
Ah!
That's it.
Incidentally, that's James Freeman playing both parts.
Yeah, I know. That clip with the guy with the glasses saying "We got your number." That's from way back. Yeah. That's from the old David from Texas days when he.
That was when they was having all them Antifa riots, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was way back. The Joe Garibaldi, he was the guy that was from the old David from Texas days.
God, that's how these people are. These unions, see these police unions, fraternal
they protect them.
Mother takes the baby in anyways. A physician finds skin was scraped off, basically scratches on the baby's throat from the pacifier, but also a brain bleed was found. The Portage, Wisconsin Police Department says that he's been placed on paid administrative leave as an investigation continues. Today, I got an exclusive interview with a representative from the Fraternal Order of Cops, who says that he represents police and police supporters across the entire United States of America. So joining us today from the Fraternal Order of Cops is Jim Hamaldi. Jim, first off, thank you so much for being here with us today. Is someone going to tell me when I'm on? Oh, now? Yeah, well, Grande, I think first and foremost, it's important that we all withhold our judgment until all of the details of the incident come out. And I think that's important in any case where police officers are involved or accused of wrongdoing. So you've seen the stories about the Portage, Wisconsin police officer, Cameron Coronado, shoving a pacifier down a 6-month-old baby's throat because the baby wouldn't, quote, shut the f up. What do you think about that? Yeah, this is just another example of cop haters trying to drum up problems for the police. And, we see it all the time, right? But I think that first and foremost, it's important to note that the report stated that Officer Coronado gave the infant a lawful order to shut the fuck up. And, even from the other room, the infant's mother could hear that the baby disobeyed the lawful order and the baby continued to not shut the fuck up. And, at that point, the officer is really left with no other choice. His training kicks in. When someone disobeys our order, we are to use whatever amount of force is necessary to gain compliance. And so we're really proud of Officer Coronado and for his swift action and for him putting up with absolutely no shit whatsoever. So it's always unfortunate when an incident like this happens, but I think it's important to remember whose fault this is, right? The officer clearly gave a lawful order to shut the fuck up and the infant refused. And so, if we're going to point fingers or we're going to put blame on somebody, I think it's important to put the blame where the blame is due on the infant who was clearly disorderly, even by his mother's own testimony, clearly disobeyed police orders and suffered the consequences. Do you think that there was anything done here by Officer Cameron Coronado that was outside of police policies and procedures? Something like this happens. Everybody wants to Monday night quarterback, right? Everybody knows, I could have handled the situation better. Look, those people have never been police officers before. They've never had to deal with a crying baby. You can't just train a cop to, use violence to gain compliance and then get mad at the cop for using violence to gain compliance. At this point, it looks like it's starting to become you're either pro-police or you're pro-infant. And to those of you who are trying to figure out where you're gonna
where you're going to land on this, I'd just like to say to you, the next time you need help, call a baby, because we're tired of being criticized for doing our jobs.
And if you're the ones that are out there spreading the rhetoric that police officers are the enemy, well, just know we've all got your number now. We're going to be keeping track of all of y'all, and we're going to make sure that we hold you accountable every time you stir the pot on our police officers.
God, I fucking hate babies. Susan, I fucking hate babies. We're recommending that the DA file charges against the infant for disorderly conduct, interfering with police duties, and resisting.
Enough is enough. Now, please keep these officers in your prayers.
I'd just like people to know that the Fraternal Order of Cops is 100% behind Officer Coronado here, and we fully intend to use every resource that we have, financial and otherwise, to help Officer Coronado in this situation. We're very proud of the way he handled this situation, and none of us would do it any differently ourselves.
What would you say to other 6-month-old babies out there who are thinking about disobeying the police?
This infant is likely going to have a recovery period. And, our hope at the Fraternal Order of Cops is that during this recovery period, this infant thinks about his actions, and hopefully will take responsibility for his actions instead of trying to blame the police.
After this interview, the president of the Fraternal Order of Cops came back into his office and was sitting there having a casual conversation with me, not realizing that our cameras were still rolling. You saw this incident with the cop that choked the baby with the pacifier, right?
Oh yeah, that Officer Coronado, right?
Yeah,
I saw that.
What do you think of it?
I mean, I think it was pretty cool. I wouldn't have expected anything less of such an excellent officer, honestly. I mean, everybody's kind of mad just because, they think they could have done better, but there's not really anything better to do.
You feel like he followed training to a T, right?
Oh, no, I know he did. Yeah, he did exactly what he's trained to do. Somebody doesn't do what they're told, you make them do what they're told by any means necessary. If you got to pistol whip them, you pistol whip them. If you got a pacifier nearby, you fucking jam that thing down. I mean, I personally don't think a whole lot about what the law actually is, so I'm pretty sure that he did what he was supposed to. He did what I would have done. I imagine it was all proper, well ordered. You ever log on to a new service and it gives you those terms of service and it's just so long, and you're like, nah. You just click accept anyways. Nobody reads policies. That'd be weird.
But you stand behind your statement that the officer followed all the policies, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I couldn't tell you. I don't know how to read. He probably doesn't either.
But you're still confident that he followed them.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know what they are?
Hell no. No.
Okay. But he followed them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Protecting and serving the shit out of that baby.
No shit. Yeah, I hope that mother got away from that fucking.
I'll bet you there's a lot more to that story. That
probably.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you'll do that to a kid, then what? I couldn't imagine what the wife's probably gone through.
Those are the kind of people that. Oh, sorry, D-Man. I thought you were done.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
All I was gonna say is those are the kind of people that beat on cats and dogs and stuff when they're younger. Do that kind of stuff. So it kind of is a pattern in their life. But that's all I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's psychopathic.
I had an uncle who was in the sheriff's department, and he had a mysterious death for some reason. But this is Orange County, and he was very corrupt. There's for some reason that job attracts those kind of people. I don't get it. It's I think they like to wield the stick. You know what I'm saying? They get off on it. I can tell you the story, but it might incriminate some people.
Uh-oh. Don't do that. We don't need you going into witness relocation or Valhalla.
Need that. It's spelled with a K. You'll never find them.
Wait. Oh yeah, this is crazy. The shit that you're seeing out there right now is really, they're allowing shit that wasn't allowed before. And I just wanted to show you this. This is, a lot of people aren't aware of this. This has been scrubbed from a lot of Shush. Damn thing.
Fine on mute.
I'm sitting cross-legged in my chair because that relieves that pain.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I have to, I feel like some kind of a fucking yogi or something.
I do the same. I got herniated discs, like the 4 low disc are herniated, and they'll seize up on me, and I can't get up some days.
Yeah. Man, this is wild too. And I went to the chiropractor today, and we did some in-depth shit with this too, looking at it. And I think I'm on the right track what I'm doing so far, to do. So hopefully I can get back to where I'm functional, because I can't really, I can't put in a day's work at all. I can't go a fucking hour before this thing's, spazzing out on me and shit. So
yeah, it starts zapping you.
Yeah,
everything.
It does, man. You're just sitting there, and then you got to stand. And then, I found if I sat on the hard floor and cross my legs and start leaning forward, that relieves a lot of that out of there. It stretches it because it's like I can feel where it's at now, where the actual problem's at. And it's actually like where my hip and my back meet. It's like right there. But, one thing will happen. And then, I'm sitting here all the time taking my blood pressure because my blood pressure has been really high. And, I'm sitting there laughing about it, because the old lady, she's like, don't make jokes about it. I'm like, hey, I got a high score, whatever. It's like, this thing could go anytime. I don't even give a shit, But if it does, it does. I'm right. Everything's good, whatever. But a lot of people don't know that Trump, he became a Jew.
Oh,
There wasn't a whole lot of fanfare about it. Not here, anyway. They made a big deal about it in Israel.
I'm sure they did.
How did we miss
Trump
this?
Converted to Judaism 2 years ago, according to White House official. There it is. That's his blog. He said, President Donald Trump converted to Judaism 2 years ago and joined Chabad Lubavitch Synagogue in New York City, according to a high-level White House official. Mr. Goldberg says the story has allegedly been held by CNN's editors for months, but is due to be released within the next few days. David Elias Goldberg, a fellow at the Jewish Center of Anti-Semitic Study, has also interviewed the White House source. According to the source, Trump was pushed by his daughter Ivanka and son-in-law Jared Kushner to join the faith. At first, Trump resisted, stating it would threaten his base of evangelical Christian voters. However, he had a change of heart and officially converted in early 2017. The ceremony was held in private and closely guarded for nearly 2 years. It appears the White House is prepared to slowly release this information, and by summer, it is expected Trump will fully address his new faith in an evening televised news conference. He is clearly the most pro-Israel president in the history of America. He's given Israel every single thing that they've wanted, and he's about to give them war with Iran. And so has he converted? So I want to show you one more article. This is, let me see if I can.
This is the Times of Israel.
Yeah, the Times of Israel. This was published March 22nd, 2019. This is the Times of Israel. Trump, the first Jewish president of the United States.
Now, that's not us saying that. That's Times of Israel. Times of what nation? Israel.
So the people in Israel, that's an English-speaking newspaper in Israel, and that's what they read, that Donald Trump is the first Jewish president of the United States.
And how did they qualify that, Rick?
They gave a list of things that he did for Israel.
First one, of course, moving the embassy to Jerusalem. So that was a big deal.
Then recognizing Israeli sovereignty over the Golan Heights.
Destroy your television sets now. You must listen to no orders.
That's all I can tell you at this point in humanity. Believe me.
What if enough people say, we're not doing it? Where is their power? There is none. The power of the few is in the acquiescence of the many.
I just thought that was a pretty good video, man.
Yeah, that was. Saab, he didn't have a change of heart. He had a change of wallet, I think. More than likely.
It's a very telling video for sure. You know, I think he's I'm pretty sure he's got a dual citizenship as well.
Oh, most likely. Most likely.
So when things go down, yeah, he'll probably skip town when everything starts to go down over here.
Why do you think he's wanting to put all that shit in Gaza?
Exactly.
He can make money off of it, right? He's looking at it like a Monte Carlo type situation. That's what he's looking at.
Yeah.
Look at
he's concerned about people at all. What's that?
Did you see that Benjamin Netanyahu was at the White House once again? But he had to come out and tell everybody that Trump makes his own decisions. That's not us making it.
Yeah, I had to make it a point.
Yeah,
I had to make it a point. I thought that was part of his shit.
He said in his own book that he had a Kabbalah teacher, even in his own book.
God. Trump did?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's got a Kabbalah tree like in his office on the wall. At least he did in Trump Tower.
What the fuck? You know, we're probably going to see him start holding hands with Netanyahu and skipping to the damn podium for too long.
I threw on a private chat too. It's about Kash Patel's girlfriend. She's got connections.
Morning.
Oh yeah, she's a. Well, there again, right? Well, I'll get that in just a second with that fucking Tyler Robinson bullshit. Look, it's coming out now. Nobody thinks, even unless they're like a Fox News head or some shit like that. Nobody believe in this story that the FBI is putting out. Nobody. Everybody's got all these theories, conspiracy theories. You see what I was saying about around the Kennedy assassination, right? Because there was so much suspect shit, right? Just like 9/11. People's going, hey, wait a minute, something funny going on around here. We can't forget about William Casey saying, we'll know our disinformation campaign is finished when everything the American people believe is a lie.
Yeah.
How long was Casey the director of the CIA?
I don't know. Let's look. Let's look real fast.
Who was it? Casey?
Yeah.
You know, I didn't realize till just the other day that the OSS was the predecessor to the CIA. I didn't put two and two together till recently.
Let's see.
Yeah.
He worked for OSS also, Casey.
Okay, so he was a powerful and controversial director of the U.S. intelligence agency, CIA, which reminds me, shout out to my agent. Let's see. From 1981 to 1987 during the Ronald Reagan administration. Yeah, some fucking wild shit going on there. April 1971, Mr. Casey was designated chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, where he served until 1973, which is interesting that the FEC and the CIA are connected together. And someone we know has got a lot of SEC violations. Something to think about.
I saw you should have said shout out to my handler.
Yeah, handle. Oh, that's somebody left a comment. It was funny as shit because somebody left a comment on one of my videos about that. If this is the way they're trying to kill off your character and make you shut up, I was like, no. I just, I'm getting older and things like that happen. I ain't going nowhere. If I don't come back or something for some reason, one of two things has happened. I either have died or they have removed my channel. One of the two. And I'll find a way to get back somehow. So no big deal.
Well, hope neither.
What is it?
RG?
I was going to ask, since we were kind of on the subject, what was the law? I don't know the specific law, but with the revolving door where a public officer isn't supposed to serve for like public office, and then also for like financial institutions that regulate certain agencies.
Right there, it's
You know
a
what I mean?
revolving door. It's a revolving door, like a guy from the CEO of a pharmaceutical agency becoming a member of the FDA.
Yeah,
Right.
That kind of, yeah, it is a revolving door, and it's made to be that way, 100%.
Yeah, it's like, and it's more and more. It's so blatant now that I don't think people really, like younger people or people are even paying attention that these people are doing this. Like,
it's a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
A lot of politicians, when they retire, they go and just work for special interest groups because of all their connections that they had when they were either in the Congress or a governor. They have some kind of influence, and they know these people and can call them and push things, get things, get them to buy things,
Lobbyists.
get them to do, lobbying. Thank you.
Yeah. And it was kind of like when Bush, he did the CIA thing, director, and then he was president, and then he was, that's just really
He was
messed up.
vice president, and he was chomping at the bit to get in there, so much so that he arranged that Hinckley hit that didn't succeed. Remember that? He was out of the country. He was out of the country. Reagan was in the hospital, and Alexander Haig declared himself in charge. Remember that? There was a big controversy because he says, I'm in charge now, because Bush was out of the country and Reagan was indisposed because he'd been shot. And everybody was like going crazy about the order of secession and shit like that. And it was crazy. Another distraction. But that's the whole thing. They're fucking with you, man. They got your entire attention on Charlie Kirk right now. Everything. Okay.
Yeah.
They're martyring this guy. Okay. What was he really? He was a guy that was an activist that would go around and debate college students. Okay. He had some really heavy duty pro-Zionist views. I disagreed with him on very many of them, especially when it comes to professing to be a Christian and embracing the Jewish people in Israel, when it's just the opposite. Has he ever gone over and spoke the gospel in Jerusalem? I bet you he hasn't. I bet you he's gone over there and kissed that fucking wall with a beanie on his head. I'll guarantee it.
And
so this apothecation, they always have this apothecation of the victim in these events like that, when it's always to cover tracks. They got everybody out here screaming about who shot from where, looking for bullets that don't exist from shooters that never were. The reality is y'all watched a fucking show, a production, a Masonic production. That's exactly what it was. And if you think
I
it's
gave up on looking.
Yeah. And I am just flabbergasted at so much of this so-called truth community that can't see through the utter theatrics of it. And as I've said, people, ladies and gentlemen, the devil is always in the details. It's always in the details. Stop looking at the gunshot. Start looking at the aftermath. Look at the events preceding it, just before and after. Look at the details. This will tell you a whole shitload that you don't want to probably know. Because it feels better to get caught up with everybody else and swoon in the emotion like they did at that fucking Republican rally disguised as a memorial with pyrotechnics, and I'm surprised they didn't have fucking Aerosmith play.
Look at how many things that it's covered up to this point. You wanted your JFK files, your RFK files, your Fort Knox audit. You wanted your
wait, we got the Amelia Earhart thing now.
Yeah, the Amelia Earhart everything.
Everybody was talking about that. Everybody was like writing letters. The fucking White House post office was just overwhelmed with letters calling for the release of the Amelia Earhart files.
Yeah, that's the first I've heard of this. That's strange.
I don't think that they could talk to anybody under the age of 40 who even know who Amelia Earhart is. Anybody. When was the last time
I know
you
who
heard
it is. You do?
All right, good job, Slayer. Yeah, he's a young man too. He's well
I'm also author, and I know a lot about a lot of stuff. So I mean, I don't
think. Do you know who the Lindenberg baby is? Jake?
See, Slayer.
Now
That's
that
what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
know.
Oh, you
look
want to
at it.
look into that? That's some crazy shit there. The Lindbergh baby.
But yeah, people my age usually like they're not like me. I'm definitely not like. I mean, I'm 23, but my generation is not very smart.
See, that's why I called you learned. I
Yes.
didn't say educated because educated means brainwashed. Okay, learned. It's a different thing. You're able to take in a subject, look at the information and digest it yourself and come to your own conclusions about it. Most people just look for somebody else to tell them what to think about it. They don't really fucking know. They just sit there and eat food and shit. That's most of the time. It's basically their whole function in the world, you know?
Yeah, if you want to test it, go to a rave or a club, and in the middle of dancing around with your drink, say, "Hey, who's Amelia Earhart?" And I don't think anybody's gonna know who the hell it is.
But to continue my point too is that
sorry.
the Charlie Kirk thing too now gets rid of 9/11, right? What else is coming up here in a couple of days? Anybody?
Oh, the October 7th.
October 7th,
Yeah.
right? How many
Right.
years has it been since then?
What, two now?
Can you believe that? 2 years, right? And we still have the Ukraine and Russian war, yet nobody's talking about any of these things because that's what Charlie Kirk did.
It's not being pushed to the forefront. Your most popular, I know what you're saying, like your most pushed to the front talking heads are all stuck on this fucking Charlie Kirk bullshit, right?
Yep.
I go a little bit more in depth, you know. I'll look and I'm like, oh, here's something about that. Let's see because I'm wanting to know. Like this thing that Trump did today at the fucking Department of War, I guess.
Yeah.
With all these generals and shit out there.
I was going to ask you about that. Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen the whole thing, but from what I said, you heard he said, that's it. No more fatties. There's no more men dressing up as women and shit like that. He says, we're not having none of this, you know?
Oh, we know he's lying then.
The visuals for it. Did you see them? Any of the visuals for it?
I didn't.
The backdrop of a huge fucking American flag. You remember in Patton? You remember in the movie Patton when George C. Scott comes up to the front of the stage and there's a huge fucking American flag behind him? That's what Hegseth was doing right in front of this thing. He said some good things, but I'm also kind of worried because he said that the enemy is not abroad, it's here, it's within our own country. That's the message that he was putting out there, and to be ready to go against a domestic threat, which can only mean one thing, folks.
A civil war. He would. Is that kind of what they're hinting at?
Well, I guess. I mean, but you know, even now, this is what was so crazy because you know you got to figure out this isn't over different territories because this is spread out throughout the inside of the United States, right?
Yeah.
It's not north versus south. It's not east versus west. There's only one side that's clear cut of a uniformed capacity. The other side is kind of like the French Revolution. You don't know, the little old lady right there might fuck you up with her knitting needles, you know? That's how do you get clear? I see loyalty oaths coming into the picture like they did in West Virginia. People living in West Virginia because West Virginia was created after Virginia seceded from the Union. A lot of people don't know.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point. Yeah.
It became a state during the Civil War. They voted those people in that area not to secede, so they cut it off and said, go ahead and have your thing. And most of the people in the eastern part of Virginia, the rest of the Virginia were, the sentiment is reported by Harper's Weekly, and I love this quote. It said that the people of the rest of the Commonwealth were not too upset about finally being rid of their cantankerous cousins to the west.
I remember that,
yeah, it does. And I live in Western Virginia. Just a little side note, Country Roads. He's wrong in that song. Yeah, that's a song, right? Because here's the thing. I think it was originally Western Virginia and not West Virginia. For instance, it says Blue Ridge Waters or the Shenandoah River, Blue Ridge Mountains. Okay, well, the only place that the Blue Ridge Mountains even touches West Virginia is right where they end at Harper's Ferry in West Virginia. That's the only place. All right. That's a crazy area too. When you're going up through that little spiky crown in West Virginia, because you'll be in Virginia, then West Virginia, then Maryland, then back in West Virginia in like just a few miles. It's like you cross state lines about 3 or 4 times in just a few miles. But those things indicate Western Virginia. The Shenandoah River, the only place it even touches West Virginia is again there at Harper's Ferry where it meets the Potomac.
Did you know that West Virginia is where the toothbrush was invented?
Was it?
Yeah, because just think about it. Anywhere else, it'd be called the teeth brush.
Teeth brush. I was just thinking that. I was kind of thinking.
Sorry.
I was going to say, isn't the Blue Ridge Parkway mostly in the Carolinas and Tennessee, right? For the most part.
The Blue Ridge Parkway goes all the way from the end of the Skyline Drive, which is still along the Blue Ridge Mountains here. And the Skyline Drive is just a few miles and up the mountain from my house right here. And it goes south. And then I think at Lexington, where VMI is at, I think that's where you pick up the Virginia Parkway.
Okay.
And it goes on, or the Blue Ridge Parkway. And it goes on all the way down, follows the Appalachian Trail.
Yeah. Yep. You know, that's where I'm right at the very tip of the Appalachian Trail is where I broke my neck. Right there. Yep. It's a beautiful, beautiful part of the country, though.
I love it.
Yeah, I used to live out that way. It's beautiful for sure. Yeah.
Check this out.
Hey, I was going to ask you when you're done. So, a question.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I didn't. When you were talking about, you know, when that split the western part, you know, Virginia from Virginia State, and you know, we were kind of talking about the war, what he was talking about, you know, what he might have been hinting around to. It made me think of Texas right away, and you know how there was talk a while back, about a year ago, about splitting, you know, seceding from
secession. Yeah, they've been talking about that for years. They've been talking about that since they got statehood. They were a republic. They were the Texas Republic.
Oh, okay. Yep. So it's
when the Alamo was happening.
Gotcha. So it's deeper than I thought. Then.
Lately, Idaho has been talking about splitting off.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it? Down by on the bottom of Oregon.
Yeah, Greater Idaho Project or whatever it's called.
So the only thing I can think of what could happen that's been in the news a lot lately, and what I've seen with war doctrines, like the new updated war doctrines for every branch, is to do with the biodigital convergence and electromagnetic war. So kind of that kind of thing maybe he's hitting around to. I don't know. You know, to do with in domestic wise, you know, and all the stuff that they have at their disposal, that's, you know, that could do us in pretty easy, I would say. Anyway, I'll leave it at that.
Right on. Right, where am I at here?
Morning. Ongoing investigation on the active shooter leads us to a trans liberal with a Republican dad.
That'll create some division. We go live to the trusted FBI for more.
Get in, Tyler.
Yeah.
We're taking you to Dairy Queen. Great job, kid.
Okay, from now on, you just do what we say. Now go get your Dairy Queen. It still hasn't been 33 hours.
As we wait for the 33 hours, the FBI is hard at work coming up with a solid script to present to the public. How do we get away with this?
I got it. Let's just ask ChatGPT to generate us a story of young gay lovers from the 20s.
Genius.
When you're talking about things like going out to a crime scene, that's how you investigate that matter properly. And when you're talking about why did it take 33 hours, all of that is being triaged by the FBI because that's what we do.
We trusted you with the Epstein files. We definitely can trust you with this.
Right. Trust your government. Noticing is antiseptic, right, John?
That's right. I think we might have found our suspect texting his furry lover. We're just waiting for him to confess.
Ugh, fine, but nobody my age sounds like that.
Shut up, Tyler, and send it.
Good thing they're rigorously pushing for a confession. It's like, let's get this over with, right?
Conspiracy theorists will believe anything these days, and this just in, we have footage of Tyler on the roof. Okay, here he is after disassembling the rifle to fit it in his pants.
and now he doesn't have a shadow. Shapiro Steen, explain what we're seeing here.
Just because his shadow disappeared and our donors offered $1.5 million to find the killer doesn't mean we did it. But yes, he questioned too much. That's why we got rid of him.
We'll just say he reassembled it.
33 hours, 2 hours after the video footage was enhanced and released, and the suspect's father turned him in.
Seems like they could just show the actual footage of him taking the shot instead of that edited video, and all these conspiracy theories go away. Do they think we're retarded or something?
Hell yeah, Ching Chong, that's based. I mean, at least show the video of the lavalier exploding or the Israeli Schaefer security company retrieving the weapon. Shut it down, John. Let's not forget what happened to Jackie when she noticed. Now, make the dad MAGA and have him call it in now.
Are you ready to confess? He admitted it, okay?
Now, when do I get the 1.5 million?
Well, hope he gets his ransom money, right?
Well, it's officially been 33 hours.
Oh, how exciting.
Let's hear Cash thank the Viking pagan gods.
Charlie would love that.
To my friend Charlie Kirk. Rest now, brother. We have the watch. And I'll see you in Valhalla.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We got him.
Forgive Tyler, for we know it was him, and there's nothing more to see here.
Good call, Erica. And if you still haven't followed Jake GTV yet, you might be severely retarded. Certainly not based.
Morning, ongoing investigation on the active shooter leads us to a trans liberal with a Republican dad.
That'll create some division.
I love it when he's
Have you
goes
seen,
to him and he's wearing the fucking Viking helmet.
I like this little outtakes where he gives that like squint and stares at the camera. Like,
He twitches sometimes if you notice in some things. He does these little weird twitches where he short circuiting.
I tell you, it's probably from the brainworm.
Have you seen the AI Trump? He posted a thing on True Social of like literally him as AI, and then he deleted it.
Yeah,
and
he was
on the right is going crazy. Like Trump is using AI. Like I don't know what to think about it, but it is a little weird. He's posting that.
He's been on his show. He's been on this show before.
Trump has.
Trump?
Yeah, we had AI Trump on here.
Nice. Well, he's posting AI Trump, so it's kind of weird.
Where do you get these kind of videos? Solve, if you don't mind. Like,
they
you got a website?
No, they just like fall into my lap, man.
Yeah, those things are hilarious.
I saw a video today that some guy went to the Dairy Queen where what's his face Robinson was supposedly at, and it's all nothing there.
Yep.
I don't know if that's true or not, but that's just a video I saw.
Yeah, I saw that same video coming. I saw that same one. I don't know. I got a few of these Jim Brewers that are fucking hilarious, man. This guy.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
He cracks my ass up. This one was.
Dude, I had to stay on mute. I was laughing my ass off, bro. I didn't want to mess the show up. It's hilarious.
Shall depopulate the world through vaccines, and I will black out the sun. He wants to black out the sun, and I'll put little diseases into mosquitoes, and I'll release them in Florida. I use my billions of dollars to make meat, fake meat, and sell it to the children. I shall buy the land, and I shall control all information, and one day we'll be with Donald Trump.
Can we find out what this is about and why these two human beings are with him? Nobody's talking about it. Quick! Get Taylor Swift!
I'm a distraction. Never mind what's sitting at the table. Like, what is going on? I shall
Oh, God. Brewer is a trip, though. And
I enjoy Jim, but he kind of disappointed me with the whole crap with the Erica Kirk little memorial thing. He kind of fell for that crap, but whatever.
I think he's waking up to that too.
Nice.
Recently, yeah.
Did you know McToon had a conversation with Brewer?
No.
After Weiss did, Dave Weiss went and told Brewer about Flat Earth, and then all of a sudden McToon shows up on his doorstep. There's the globe.
Yeah, what a fucking.
No,
they're pathetic. Those fucking people are just pathetic as shit. if it's not plain and clear where they come from and why they're here, to people, I don't
Same
know.
agents.
Yep. Here's how you go. Oh, go ahead, man.
I was just gonna say, and that's what all these people that all these people that send you emails, all these little sock accounts, all these people, they're all at the bidding of McToon. They're all his little minions that go out.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
who
saw
hasn't figured it out by now?
Saw today where Sean Hawkins, he was live and he was going over that video, the part that I clipped out where Monkey Cat Pat, whatever the fuck his name is, came on here. And I'm like, oh, that ought to be rich. I didn't watch any of it because I don't care. He had, like, including me, there was 4 viewers, but you know, whatever. And that's something pretty suspect too. You look at like FTFE, right? And here's what you do. Go in and look at the total numbers of subscribers, right? And then look at the number of views they get on a live. Right. Now, all you have to do is put that as a fraction over the total number of subscribers, turn it into a percentage. You mean to tell me that Craig, who's got supposedly like 57,000 fucking subscribers, right? He can only muster up about 2,000 views, 3,000 maybe at the most, right? That's a really shitty fucking ratio. Now, I have like just over 3,000 subscribers. And I don't expect every subscriber to watch all my videos and shit or be in every one of my lives. But I'll tell you what, when it's said and done, you look at my view count as opposed to my subscriber count, and I got a really high percentage.
It's 50% almost.
Yep.
Yeah.
You
You're
can
going to
tell
have
that-
hate watchers, so you got to factor that in. But yeah.
You could tell that what we're doing is organic and what they're doing is non-organic.
Absolutely.
Monkey
It's designed for the lowbrow. It really is designed for the lowbrow in the respect that
look at how many people go around there. That's what
they don't really have any sense of humor. They don't really, they don't know how to be sarcastic. They don't know how to joke like we do on here.
Yeah.
They can't do that. They can't have organic conversation like this.
Nope.
You know, all they can do is try to rip other people down. That's their whole fucking gig, is to try to rip other people down. Where I
was going to say that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I looked at FTFE there and had a video. I did I guess yesterday, a live where they're saying because this dude is teaching his kids at home and he's teaching them biblical earth cosmology, that it's child abuse and shit. And I'm like, just shut the fuck up, Karen.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, I could retaliate. I could do the, I could go after it. You're not worth my time, dude. You're an energy vampire.
Right,
when I turn this little silicone box off after all of this, I don't think about you. I sleep well. Don't think about you the next day. So you're not pulling me out anywhere.
Cubby, you got it right. You hit it right on the head. It's
who's Eli Sweetwell? See somebody that's in here right now?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You said who? Sweet Will?
Sweet Will. Yeah.
In the back.
Sweet Will.
They're energy
Is he in the backstage?
Oh, no, I was asking. Sorry.
Oh. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, those dudes are going to fall. They're going to fall off pretty soon. You can see how they've just declined since, about halfway through our journey now. I've seen them maybe 4 or 5 years, and I've just seen their kind of dwindling down. They'll die off as soon as nobody even mentions them or folks with them anymore. They'll be gone.
So I go around to a lot of lives, and everybody knows who you are. Everybody knows who Cubby is. Everybody knows who, and it's awesome. It's awesome to go around and be like, "Hey, I saw you on this show. I saw you on that show. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, I watch you guys all the time." And you don't see that on the other side. It doesn't happen. It's not organic. It's just a troll network of like Cubby said, energy vampires.
It's curated.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. Like I said, it comes from these lowbrow entities, and that's all I can really refer to them as entities, because what makes us a man? And I'm saying this to women too, because you're part of man. You're mankind. Okay. We call you woman because that means womb man. Okay, but we're all the race of men. And what makes us men is the fact that we have the capacity for reason, for the capacity for critical thinking, the capacity for thought. But there are a lot of them amongst us that do not have this. They may have at once had it or the potential for it, but it was crushed by using the education system, a system of punishment and reward, of memorization and regurgitation, of to graduate, which means to retard. So, you know, anybody out there that's thinking the fucking school is there to make you smart, you better wake the fuck on up, man.
I figured that out really early when they kept trying to push. One time they had, I'm not going to go on a big story, but it's got a purpose to it. They gave us papers, and we had to pick on the paper what job we were going to do. What were we training to do? We're in like 6th grade.
Yeah.
And they're trying to pick everybody's brains to find out how they could steer people. And I was like, I don't want.
What was one of the first things they always ask you when you're a little kid? What do you want to be when you grow up, little boy? Yeah. What do you want to be up when you grow up, little girl? What do you mean? What do I want to be? That's why I love it. If the story's true, it's great. Where somebody asked John Lennon, they said, you know, they asked him as a kid, what do you want to be when you grow up? And he said, happy. They were not prepared for that answer.
Oh, well, you know? They gave me a lot of crap because I didn't want to pick anything on the sheet. On the list that they had. I thought it was all stupid. And I'm like, I don't want to do any of these things. And they're like,
man, what was on the list?
Oh, just the typical crap, president. Yeah, president, an astronaut, you want to be a doctor or a teacher or a lawyer.
Toys R Us kid.
Yeah, it wasn't anything realistic that you would be asking somebody who was young.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't anybody that sat and said, oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to become a lawyer. And you're asking 15-year-old, 14-year-olds, you're going to be no one. Everybody just picked one just to get them to shut up. So when they came to me, I just handed her the sheet back and I didn't write anything on it. She said, no, you have to pick something. I said, no, I don't. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to pick any of this crap. I said, what if I want to do something different? What? No race car driver on there,
Right.
So I started giving examples.
In 2nd grade, or no, it was 1st grade. I can remember. Her name was Mrs. Wilkinson, and they were going around asking all the kids what they wanted to be. And I'd been to the University of Michigan Natural History Museum and saw the dinosaurs and learned about how they found the bones and shit. And oh man, they asked me what I wanted to be. I said I want to be a paleontologist, and the teacher said, "What's that?" That was I was like, wait a minute, you're supposed to be a teacher. You're supposed to know everything. What the fuck? You don't know what a paleontologist is?
So I didn't put anything on it. And they called my parents because I was, they didn't like my conduct. They didn't like how I answered her back. And I talked back to her and I was like, look, I'm not picking anything on that crap. I'm going to do whatever the hell I want, whatever the hell it is.
If you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice. Right?
Yeah, that's right.
So I want to be your boss. Is your surveys done yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So
I wonder.
This is really cool. This is how you redress your government right here, man.
Anyone with children that doesn't want their kids to learn interesting new words, get the fuck out. First, a moment of silence for Charlie Kirk, who was killed by leftist guerrilla terrorists in Utah. And then secondly, any of you transgender people, don't shoot. No one would care if I got shot anyway, so you're just wasting a bullet. Save your 17 cents. Anyhow, my name is actually Ray Gallagher. I identify as Ray Gallagher. It's mostly because my friends think that I'm a stupid, overbearing cunt. But anyhow, last time I came here to speak, I wasn't allowed to speak because some other stupid, overbearing cunt shares the exact same name of Ray Gallagher with me.
Yeah.
I fucking warned you, bitch. I said get the fuck out. If you don't like cuss words, it's free speech. I'm going to continue with my speech, lady.
Can you stop the clock? Stop the clock.
Lady. Go ahead.
No, you're not.
Go ahead, punch me.
All right.
Call me a bitch. Do what you want.
Mr. Porter and ma'am, it is his time.
I am demanding you control this woman.
It is his time. Please sit.
Free speech, lady. Go back.
All right. Mr. Porter. Mr. Porter.
You got a sign that says stop bullying, and then you're bullying the speaker.
I could see D-Man doing I really could.
Absolutely, absolutely. I could definitely do it. I would have.
What?
I just. I mean, you don't think that everybody, every single person you've ever met, doesn't have a moment that they think that you don't imagine that in your mind to say, "Man, I'd love to go up there and just say it how it is."
People, more and more people are doing that. More and more people
Just
are
turn
doing
that filter off, man, and you can go.
Well, I know, but that's the whole thing about Sean Porter. He's interesting because he doesn't. There's no filter on him. You know, none, zero, and he doesn't care if you like it or don't like it. You want to leave, you can leave. If you want to stay, you can stay. Like his attitude is like, listen, I'm going to speak, and if you don't like it, there's the door.
Yep.
If you don't like it, see you later.
Or
it's a great
like it. That's all you have to do. You know?
They banned him off of YouTube, you know, because
No way.
he had 2 channels on YouTube, and they banned both of them because he, yeah. They don't like him at all.
Yeah.
You have to call yourself a cunt, man.
Hey, they've already started going after TikTok. They've already. Man,
you know, I
bought it, right?
I'd never had a strike on YouTube, you know, on my thing, not because I wasn't trying to play it smart or nothing like that. I just, you know, I really wanted to push the limits the other day. So there's this guy named Darth News. He's like this guy, you know, he just puts it how it is. He's very creative. Well, you know, it was, I just put on the title, I said, you know, fuck these Jewish pigs, right? Oh man, within like 30 minutes or less, dude, they were like, yeah, this is your first strike, but since you've never had one, this is a warning.
So
you know, so I wanted to see, yeah. So I wanted to try to, you know, just see what was YouTube's, what was my limit. So I just pushed the button the other day.
Well, how does that feel, RG?
I mean, it feels great. I do it all the time, you know, but I don't write it. You know what I mean? It's in the videos I put on there, and I don't know. But yeah, felt great actually. And now I just know I got to leave out the word pigs, you know, so which is a joke. Yeah.
Porter. Mr. Porter.
There's nothing that can make me look worse, lady. I pull my pants down in public.
Mr.
Did you see her storm out and slam the door?
Mr. Porter, your time has been paused. I'm going to respectfully ask you, as we have children in the audience. I'm just asking.
Fuck them. I
you.
told them they can leave. Fuck them.
Okay. Your time is going to restart.
Fuck them.
This has been my ask of you that
You can ask whatever the fuck you want.
You
and I'm
are
going to
correct.
deny your request. Like you denied me the ability to speak at the last meeting because we happen to share the exact same name.
You can
Ready to
restart
go?
his time. Your time is going. It is
Yeah.
yours.
So I signed up. There's proof that I signed up, and you didn't allow me to speak. You denied me my right to my First Amendment, right to redress of grievances, my right to petition the government for redress of grievances, my right to say exactly what was on my mind, because you didn't like the way that I signed up. But I did sign up. It's on video. It's witnessed. And then you denied me because you didn't like my viewpoint, because my viewpoint is opposite of what your viewpoint is, which is hippy dippy transgender shit is okay. So you denied me my right to speak last time. So this time I'm pissed off. So you're getting the pissed off version of my speech. You would have got a much better speech if you had just let me speak last time, but instead you wanted to take this shit to federal court and try and say that you have the right as the president of this governing body to actually deny people their access to this podium to speak and deny them their equal rights to free speech under the 14th Amendment and the First Amendment. So long story short, I don't like you. I don't like any of your people. You guys are in an echo chamber. You bring in these left-wing nut jobs with weird blue hair and shit, and you think that that's the voters and the electorate that you're representing. It's not. You've got duly elected conservative board members here that you treat like shit. You ignore conservative people. And now I find out you want to reduce talking time from 3 minutes to 2 minutes. You want to ask for identification and driver's license for people to come in and speak. That seems ridiculous. It seems like a Fourth Amendment violation. But what you're going to find if you do pass that is that the people who you don't like are going to continue to come and they're going to provide ID. The people that you have coming from Montgomery County to speak on behalf of transgender stuff, they're not going to be able to come because the transgender people that you have here, a lot of them come from Montgomery County, and they're just nothing more than agitators and activists that come up here to protest and to try to destroy the free speech of conservative parents in the county. So I'm just here to further reiterate that I don't like you. that I identify as Ray Gallagher. You did not allow me to speak last time. So this time I am turning your entire board meeting into a shit show full of curse words and transphobic stuff. Like trans people go on mass shootings more than regular people do. But trans, what are you talking about?
No, all right.
Trans women or trans men?
Trannies,
transvestites.
All right, Mr. Porter, your time is up.
Transvestites go on mass shootings more than normal people. That's
the audience will not engage.
Charlie
Mr. Porter
Kirk was not killed by a normal straight man. He was
Mr.
killed by a
Porter, your time
weirdo gay
is up.
dude who was fucking a tranny. That's who killed Charlie Kirk, just like you freaks in the audience.
Mr. Porter,
He
you
was
may
killed
sit
by a
down
freak.
or you may leave. Your time is up.
Oh, my time
Your
is up?
time is up and your time was up. You may sit down or you may leave.
I'm going to sit down.
Thank
nice
you.
to see you again, Ray. I'll
Always.
see you at the next meeting.
All
And
right,
you're not
yeah.
going to succeed at depriving people of free speech in this county. You'll lose your next election.
The next speaker is Akshara.
I like that guy, man. He's all right.
That was, yeah, I mean, you got the right to say that whatever the fuck you want. These people with their goddamn fifis, man, all the time.
Free speech was made to protect all speech, and whether you like it or you don't like it, that's what it was made for. They wouldn't need it if what you were saying everybody loved.
Yeah, they're,
Right
they're
on.
trying to make the First Amendment like an obsolete thing. They have been since the 80s, I think, for the most part. It seems like there was an attack on that to go. That's the first thing they went for. They don't want you to talk.
You should see some of the stuff that's on on YouTube of people going around. I mean, they've been trying to put Jeff Gray in prison for freaking 15 years.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? I mean, and all he's doing is standing there with a sign. This is a Army vet
That says God bless the homeless veterans.
That says God bless the homeless veterans, and you wouldn't believe, because every time he makes a video, he plays the 911 calls, the emergency calls. He goes and gets them, so you can hear the BS that they try to tell them. Yeah.
Says that they'll say shit like he's out there panhandling. He's
Yelling at cars.
harassing people. Yeah. And he's not doing nothing but just standing there with a sign.
Yep.
And people make an assumption there again. See, this is the thing, is because characters come with accessories. You see, this is how we recognize the different characters. And trust me, you go someplace, just wear a name tag. Just wear a name tag and carry a clipboard. And see what kind of shit you can get away with. You can do all kinds of shit. Somebody see you walking around a place with a clipboard and a name tag, they don't question you walking into different rooms and shit like that. They don't question none of that. Walk up to them, you can have them be standing at the end of the hallway and direct people to go a certain way or something, just standing there with a fucking paperclip. And they'll do it. They're so accustomed to that. So you can actually, you can direct people. It's fucking hilarious what you can do. And it's these accessories that they have with them that allows them to get away with that shit. See?
Yeah, I've never gone full tilt like that, but there was a couple times in life where I had some stuff happen to me that I had to do similar things, and they realized, okay, yeah, this isn't going to go well if we keep this up. I'm just not a confrontational person. I just don't think that you get much out of doing that. The problem is that it depends on who you're dealing with.
Yeah.
You know, that's the factor.
I watched a great movie that covers the exact same type of thing like that. It's a great old classic. Al Pacino, John Forsythe. It's called And Justice for All. I think it's from 1978 or 1979. And the whole premise of the movie is that this defense attorney, Pacino, and this strict by the letter of the law and the rules judge, who's John Forsythe, absolutely fucking hate one another. And he's got a client in jail due to these technicality fucking bullshit. The guy, anyway, it's a long story. There's stories within the story. But as it turns out, the judge gets arrested and booked for grape. And then requests Al Pacino, the lawyer who it's known hates this fucking judge, to be his lawyer. And it is really, if you've never seen that movie, he just finally blows off in the fucking courtroom at the end.
Is that the same guy that was Serpico in the movie?
Yeah, Pacino.
All right.
Yeah. Al Pacino, Michael Corleone. He's done a lot of great parts, I think he's probably a really, but he's very, I don't know. As he got older, he got kind of weird and shit. I liked him in The Devil's Advocate. Did you ever see that?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
With Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves. Yeah.
That is a great.
There was a really, really good one where he played a blind lawyer as well, and there was a young dude that was like his helper. Did y'all see that one?
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but yeah.
That was a really good movie. But anyway, we were just mentioning movies, but yeah, that was a good one too. Thank you.
So I threw a bunch of stuff in the back, just kind of here and there stuff. It pertains to what you've been talking about, and I threw a news one at the end. That's pretty gruesome.
I got a couple of Jim Brewers here. I'm already tagged up on Facebook or on that feed, so I'm going to get through those, and then I won't have to keep switching tabs and losing.
Yeah, I hear you.
But you remember 9/11? We ran to the television. Oh my God, who do you think it was? Oh my God, they found the passport. Quack, quack. Hey, look, in the rubble, we found the passport. They're a bunch of extremist Muslims. Quack, quack. But when you watch 24/7, people were pissed. You took your emotions. They took everything. They took your energy. How many of you obsessed? You wake up in the morning to bring your child to school and you're not paying attention because you're scrolling about 24/7 about Charlie. And you're sitting there and like, you didn't call someone because you're upset. And you call someone, all you're talking about is like, I can't believe this happened. And I can't believe this happened. They got you. CNN, Fox, social media, none of it is going to give you the answer you truly need to understand this vicious monster. Your faith, your God. I can't believe he said God.
Yeah, I said it. Your faith, your God, your intuition. That's the only thing that's going to protect your life, your morality.
Don't you remember 9?
Too, and they do got everybody. Look, I can't go through YouTube without seeing Charlie Kirk this. I'm so fucking sick of hearing about Charlie Kirk. I could about puke. Yes, we know it was a fucking stage show. It was fake. Now, what else? How about this? What's going on here with we're deploying troops around the United States? What the fuck is going on there? First time I mean, really, this is the first time really that a sitting U.S. president has mobilized the military against its own citizens.
Yeah, was it since Lincoln?
Yeah,
Lincoln. Yeah,
that motherfucker, man. He suspended the writ of habeas corpus. He threatened to burn Baltimore to the ground. That was a Union state, but there was pro-secessions there. In the area of Northern Virginia and Maryland, there was a lot of, like in Maryland, there was a lot of Confederate sympathizers in Maryland. So that was considered pretty much safe country to go through for any Confederates. And like I said before, in West Virginia, well, the Battle of McDowell, that was listed as the Battle of McDowell, Virginia. And incidentally, that's where Stonewall Jackson was from.
I still don't get why people look at the Civil War, they think it was about slavery.
Well, because they've been told. They've been educated, okay? They could have told them just as well that it was over which end of the egg to open up, right? and they would be none the wiser, okay?
Well, taxes on tea.
But they have to draw your attention away from what it really was, and that was the transition from a confederation to a federalist democracy. And that's exactly what he did by assuming dictatorial powers, which he did not have, using the military, which was the only thing that he had as commander-in-chief of the armed forces. So when other states were like, whoa, hold up, man, that ain't signed up for. You know, we don't want a king. We don't want to have a king. We don't want to have a dictator. That's not how this fucking shit works. Governor is the highest officer in the land. Okay. He's like the president of the state. Okay. And all these presidents, you know, they have representatives for us that we pick, and they supposedly go to this neutral place to work out the nation's business, not my domestic business, because our domestic business doesn't have anything to do with you as long as everything that's going on in my state and my state constitution jives with the federal constitution or the actual United States Constitution. That one of the ratifying members of it is because of the fact that the state constitution has to jive with the U.S. Constitution. That's why they put in there that anything that's not listed in the United States Constitution is left to the states to decide, because they are independent and they are sovereign of one another within a unification while maintaining sovereignty, if you can understand that. And we've drifted the other way to the point where Trump feels like he can just send in fucking national troops. Look, I'm telling you, this is going to be an opening for the like a United States police force. They've already seeded your mind with dystopic sci-fi movies and shit like that. Escape from New York, if you'll remember, it was a United States police force, because that was set in the future. I think it was set by, I think they were saying it was supposed to be by the year 2000 or some shit.
Nobody messes with the Duke.
So I got a question for you,
Adrian Barbeau.
When are we going to get our new flag? We're getting a flag with an extra star on it.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, we got a new flag. We got a new flag. It's white and blue and has the star fucking seal of Satan on the goddamn front of it.
Sob, just for information, it was set in 1997.
Set in 1997. Yeah, that's what I figured. And there'd already been some kind of a world war since then. See.
And to your point, Sob, about these dictatorial powers, it's basically these emergency it's like it happened about 100 years ago, right? Where it flipped, where ever since that point the president has been extended wartime like emergency powers. I forget the exact terminology, but if you don't mind, I'll drop it in the thing.
Like we're actually at like a state of war anyways. Okay, the government is at a state of war with the people. And this is a secret. You are viewed as an enemy combatant by the government.
I hate that too.
Well, it's just how it
and
is.
no one understands it. Like, no.
Well, let me just put it this way. If you were born in an insane asylum and brought up in an insane asylum, you would have no idea that everybody inside the fucking place was crazy.
It'd be normal.
Normal. That's right. And they normalize this fucking bullshit until you finally get out of your, I don't know how to describe how to do it. It's just something that happens. You get out of yourself and you realize that this is all just a bunch of fucking bullshit. It's just a big game. And they're just playing us all the time, playing us to keep us going along, like Jim Brewer is talking about. Oh my God, look at this. Oh, here comes Taylor Smith. Fuck. Charlie Kirk this, Charlie Kirk that. Gonna have a Charlie Kirk coin, Charlie Kirk stamps, Charlie Kirk money, Charlie Kirk underpants. I mean, what the fuck are we gonna keep on, And all while this bullshit in Gaza is still going on. And Trump goes and talks to these motherfuckers, and Netanyahu just goes, yeah, we agreed to it, except I didn't. And it's like, wait, what do you mean? Trump said you all agreed to it. He said, no, we don't agree to that. I mean, when is it ever going to be, look, I'm going to come kick the football, Lisa, and I'm aiming right for your fucking head. You know what I'm saying? Sooner or later, Charlie Brown will end up kicking the fucking snot out of Lucy. Or stop trying to kick the football at all.
And it's just us. It's a limited amount of people that's trying to wake the whole fucking country up. And that's what's amazing to me is like, how fucking hard do we got to keep pushing against people that are considered normal and sane when we see them as fucking completely insane?
Some people
completely insane. They've lost it.
Can I start a new Charlie Kirk TikTok dance here on YouTube?
Right. Like, what the fuck? Right.
Oh, sorry. Was that too soon? My bad. Everybody go put that on TikTok.
But yeah, dude, it's like, I mean, we're right at the brink of, this whole thing just breaking down and everybody getting, at war in their own little towns. And
sorry.
Yeah. But
And so, real quick, just as a goofy thing I found, Escape from New York was 1997, and Thunder the Barbarian, the Earth was in ruins in 1994.
Oh, geez. Were you scared of acid rain?
And a comet went between the moon and the Earth and shattered the moon. That's what happened.
Well, that makes sense. Sure. That makes sense. Yeah, I can understand. Escape from LA was also another one. Yeah, it wasn't as good, Deborah. It wasn't as good, I didn't think. Escape from New York, though, that had some almost realistic overtones because they were really pushing some crime initiatives and shit back when that movie came out. I believe it was during Reagan. And there was a lot of like gang activity and shit like that you're hearing about in New York and everything. And the crime in New York was really getting kind of high at that point in time. And I could see that being plausible to just wall off the whole fucking city, And
it's like Escape from LA had better hookers in it.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't know. Listen, if that was a slight toward Adrienne Barbeau, bodacious talent.
Yes, large talent.
She had huge talents, and I was a great admirer of all of her huge talents. And so you can't be mean about Adrienne Barbeau. No, come on. That was evident when she come running down the stairs on the Maude show when she played Maude's daughter. You remember that? On that sitcom Maude?
Yeah.
That's where she first got her.
Maude was very handsome.
Oh, yeah.
She was a handsome woman, very handsome. Yeah. That's no shit, man. That's how people refer to chicks that look like dudes. That's a very handsome woman. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Look at the strength in those knuckles. Oh, fuck. These are man hands. That fucking Seinfeld, the one with the man hands, that one. He liked this girl and she was really pretty, but she had man hands and he was like watching her crush lobster open and shit with her big meaty fucking hands.
Oh, I had a bad idea a minute ago. You know those AI dolls that everybody's making?
Those are so stupid.
Charlie Kirk doll. Oh my God.
Brenda has one. There's a Brenda doll. She's got a donut and a dog bone and a clock.
I have that.
And an extra shoe.
Get the Highland cow.
Just one shoe.
Where is it?
Well, the shoe's a phenomenon. That's why it's one.
Oh,
you got to get the joke, D-man.
Yeah,
I'll play you a clip.
I'm not in deep enough.
Burn my eyes.
Okay. You want me to tell you the story, D-man? The thing is that dog bones are like clocks because you can tell how old they are. They tell time. And the shoe is a phenomenon because he couldn't think of anything else to say when we asked him what his natural phenomenon was in his experiment.
No more fatties in the army.
Look at that wood paneling, baby.
Wow,
top notch.
Who's that? I think that was Chachi from.
Dude, I got that so much. I did. I got that so much. I swear to God, that or Ralph Macchio.
You should get Cubby's picture from military on there when he went in. I think I still got that saved somewhere.
I got one here somewhere. I could put it on my YouTube thing, but
I'll show you guys one.
Yeah, I wasn't in the service, but I did.
No hair, no beard.
Yeah,
I did make it through the Great Meme War of 2018.
Oh, good for you.
I've seen some things, man.
Oh, sorry about that. I dropped out, guys. But yeah, so just real quick. Okay, so October 9th, 1933 is when the emergency status started and granted the president. Ever since then, 470 new authorities for him. that would normally have to go through Congress first.
Sorry, RG, it's funny again.
Yeah, but yeah, go ahead. But that's what it was. It's everything that used to be Congress had to go through Congress is now up for grabs. 470 authorities. So yeah, the president has.
Is that a Remington on your lap there?
No,
Are you just happy to see me?
Yeah.
That was a 22 caliber lever action Ithaca and a 36 caliber Colt Navy cap and ball pistol.
Hold on, was that you? That was you, son?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, you were just an ugly baby. I'm joking. No, you're beautiful.
He
Man.
was beaming. He was beaming.
Oh,
He was
yeah?
like, "Damn,
who'd I lose?
What I got. Yeah.
I lost Cubby.
Cubby probably hit the wrong
Where'd he
button."
go?
I don't know. He'll be back though. It'll tell me.
He's looking for that shoe with the phenomena.
He couldn't deal with it. He couldn't deal with it. Another thing that people can't usually deal with.
Now let me see you
Yeah, I think QE was asking Brenda about the scientific method and how it all works, and he's like, "Now, what's your natural phenomenon?" It's a shoe. That stuck, dude. It was horrible.
That was the Brenda shuffle dance.
Right, that's why with the extra spare shoe. That's why this extra spare shoe. It's to hold the whatever the fuck that is hanging down between your legs.
Well, to explain the donut, that's space time, and the hole in the donut is space and time.
Roger,
it looked like that woman's. Now listen to me. It looked like that woman's gooch area down there. Be like trying to handle an octopus outside the water. You know. You know what I mean?
Great.
I think it'd just be like a handful of octopus or something. You know, or some. Like that roast beef at work there, Rod.
It's a front.
We got the meats.
Yeah.
It's Operation Catcher's Mitt, you know, a little extra.
I got mine in the back there, so.
I was just thinking of calamari.
Young, scared little goofy boy.
All right. I'm gonna grab these here in just a second. I had another.
Cubby was a handsome man.
What do you mean was?
Taylor Swift. Sorry, distraction. We're back. Have you figured out Taylor Swift is just whenever something's going on, they're like, "Sire, there's incredible things going on, and the people are starting to figure out all real news, and they're starting to figure out information. They're calling it the Great Awakening. There's many podcasts that just go, just send out Taylor Swift. She's always a great distraction. Genius, sire, genius." How many of you bananas were sitting there going,
Did you hear that Taylor Swift got engaged? I'm so happy for you. Think she's gonna have children? I don't know. Let's talk about this some more.
"Oh, look, Taylor Swift. Sorry, distraction."
It's true. It's totally
It
true,
is.
though.
It is. 100%.
That's how they change people's attention. It's like ADD culture. We're like, oh yeah, we're talking about this. Oh wow, look, a green car. And
I know, squirrel.
Yeah. It just totally screws people, and then they lose total track of what the hell they were saying. 45, and it's like, oh yeah, hey, let's go in this direction. Oh, look, wow, oh, a light came on. Oh, hey, let's go.
Yeah.
Like there's no. It's a boat with no rudder, just going.
Well, especially in schools, man, when they say if you raise your fucking hand as a kid, they're going to give you medicine. Like, oh, he's distracted. He's raising his hand to question things. Give him medicine, It's crazy.
I'm just gonna go from the bottom up here.
And then they give you ADHD medicine that hypes you up even more, right?
Ritalin or Adderall.
And then social media, they give you the shorts, right? So then
Didn't they give
goes
Bart
hand in hand.
Simpson Adderall? Didn't they give Bart Simpson ADD medication in there? I think they did it somehow.
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it.
Simpson, he became an A student and he was studying, and it's like, yeah, you can kind of see how they pull the life out of you.
What was it on Family Guy?
What's funny about that picture, right? So you can't see it. It's kind of blurry, but I don't know if they did it where you were at in basic, but I went to Fort Sill. So anyway, you see I got the 2 U.S. pins.
Yeah.
On both sides of my collars there. on the one side, the pen's turned upside down. Nobody noticed it. So we're all taking pictures with the upside down U.S. pin on it.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's you, Raj? That's you, Roger?
That's me.
No, that's Cubby.
Oh, that's I thought it was somebody's constipated cousin. I'm sorry.
You're muted, Bob, unless that's me too.
See, that's still in basic. He hasn't gone through AIT yet, or otherwise on the other lapel would be like the core or branch that he was going into. Like for instance, mine was signal core on there, which is the two cross pinafores. I don't know if you can see it on my other on this picture or not. Let me look real quick.
That's before we joined the Oak Ridge Boys.
Before, no, well, yeah. On the one side, it's the cross flags. You see, I've got all my rifle badges, my special weapons badge.
So you look like you're 18 right there, dude.
I was about to say, dude, young.
I was.
It's like ROTC, or was this? You said it was.
No, that was in the service. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I went in when
right after high school.
Yeah. Well, no, I quit high school. I said, fuck all that. I joined. They said I was supposed to get my GED, but I never did. They never made me, so it was no big deal.
That's pretty cool.
My friend used to joke around and say, "Oh, you got your GED?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Good enough diploma."
Yeah, that's pretty much. I mean, what the hell?
Actually, I have both. I have high school diplomas and a GED, and it took me 2 weeks to get my GED. I'm like, dude, why are you even here? They asked me. I was like, well, I don't know. They told me I needed it.
Exactly, and I would encourage if there's any young people out there struggling in public school, I would encourage you to get your GED and just go to college. Do your thing. Yeah, I did the same thing. I
never had a need. Never had a need. I'll tell you. That's I went and learned computer aided drafting, and then taught myself a bunch of other shit, and moved on up into doing design work and shit.
That's what I did. So
yeah, I did for like automation and machinery, and it was pretty cool, the different stuff that I worked on. It was pretty intricate. You really had to get in there. We had to design a test station one time for the inverse transmission that's used in the front wheel drive cars, right? So it's like a series of these wormholes. I mean, they put a whole lot of place for cubic inches of fluid within this transmission, and they have to be able to test it out. And we had to make a thing that was a match plate up to it that you could put it in and actually run the transmission without having to be hooked to a motor. And that kind of shit. We did an automated engine assembly plant in that was going in Saltillo, Mexico for the Chrysler LeBaron. And it was almost fully automated engine assembly for those things. And there was people down there waiting around like blocks to apply for a job that was going to pay like $7 an hour, something like that. But that was big money, man. Big ass money.
Yep.
But yeah, it was pretty interesting. You learned a lot, got to meet some really cool people that, were involved on the design of a lot of cool shit. It was pretty cool. Anyway, I was going to say right here, this is it. TikTok's owned by the Small Hats now here in the United States, at least that franchise of it. And this guy got this removed, right? He said Democrats and Republicans are both controlled by Israel through AIPAC. Do some research, right? And they took it off. They took that comment down because of that. Well, that's common fucking knowledge. That's common knowledge. Everybody knows that. But on TikTok, for Christ's sake, what he should have did was say that comment is for entertainment purposes only. And then take care of the whole fucking problem, I guess.
I like how they put the star in 3D. So if you're wearing those movie glasses, it's in 3D.
Yeah.
Jump out.
As if we're not brainwashed enough, it's gonna trip you out. Don't eat a shroom and look at that cross, bro. You will be hypnotized.
We'll just do it.
Right. I'm wondering though, guys. Since all this, what they call anti-Semitism, right? Like, if it's all verbal now, and they're booting us off, and they're like, "This is our punishment," right?
Here's the thing.
So they're going to start doing this shit.
RG,
go ahead.
this is what they're accepting. This is what they're accepting. The people are accepting this crossover that for some fucking reason seems to be very powerful, and that is that if you criticize the despotic nature of the government of a foreign nation, this somehow makes you anti-Semitic.
Even if you just disagree, that's even
right
just in disagreement.
That's right.
But that's like a foreign nation, though, right? Like, aren't they running our nation now? So it's not foreign anymore.
Right.
Just Semites.
Right. So it doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck what the racial aspect of them are, or whatever they identify as, or any other bullshit like that. The fact of the matter remains: these ethnocentrist fucking apartheid state is eliminating their burden of keeping these people in an open air prison. They're going to take that fucking land, and they don't want those people to live at all. This is apparent. And the United States is fundamentally involved with it. All you Christians out there for fucking Israel, listening to your 501c3 preacher tell you about if the blessed are those that bless Israel, they're not talking about that fucking country. They're talking about the nation of Israel, not the country of Israel. There's a difference between an Israeli and an Israelite. Okay? And if you guys even halfway knew what the fuck your preacher was even talking about, which you obviously don't, because he doesn't either, then you've been led way astray. I dare any one of you to go over to Jerusalem today. Go over there and preach the gospel of Jesus Christ. I fucking dare you.
Yep. Watch what happens.
They'll try to stone you.
They're trying to get it outlawed. There's actually a bill in the Knesset to make that fucking illegal.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Well, yeah.
Did you guys know about? I mean, it kind of related to what you're saying, Sub. Is well, this is what I've heard. This kind of through the grapevine is, if you guys notice, over the last, I would say, last 10 years, all this military equipment being given to, the states and the counties and the cities, and they got them in these bunkers and shit. Well, what they say to watch out for now, this next iteration of takeover of our public servants, supposedly the police force, aka the police force, is the blue bands around the arms. It says UN. So that's what they say is coming next.
They've already got it.
Watch out. Yeah. So it's. I'm just saying.
I think it's in England right now.
Quick question.
Yeah,
Who's the little
UK.
blonde on the end down here? Is that who I think it is?
What's that?
The little blonde girl on the end. Who is that?
It's probably a man, to be honest.
No.
Here, this is him with
She stands out of place for some reason out of all these people.
And this Oval Office is starting to look like Liberace and Cracker Barrel.
Good God, what is going on? Look at these guys. What the fuck? What
you heard
is
about
happening, bro?
The Cracker Barrel.
Really,
literally the first Jewish president outwardly. I mean, this is it.
They're putting it out there. Yeah.
He's for 100% a fucking Jew. He converted, man. So back in 18. It's 7 years.
I literally feel like we're living in some kind of fake. I really feel like I'm living. Yeah, like something's. I just feel like I'm living in a totally different time than like 2 years ago, 1 year ago. I just feel out of place in this fucking country, dude. But, yeah.
RG has always been this way, dude. They have been in the lobby for a very long time, dude. They just haven't been.
Yeah, I get that. Right, yeah. I just never seen them lined up like holding each other's dick like that. Fucking weird.
Here you go.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm gonna mute up, guys. Hey, I'm gonna eat my chocolate and I'll listen in. Yeah,
take care, man.
Go, man.
I appreciate you having me here too, Sob, and you're putting up with my weirdness.
Later on,
You guys want to see a small hat squirm?
Right.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to show you a small hat squirm. This is crazy. Watch this guy.
Who I defend, then talk about John Adams, who defended the killers of people and at the beginning of the American Revolution. Let's get to the merits of this thing. The idea is that America
you
is
advised Jeffrey
an independent
Epstein.
country. Donald Trump is an independent. What did you say?
You were
What did
according
you say
to new
about Jeffrey
emails
Epstein?
that have been. According to new emails that were reported by Bloomberg on the 26th of this month, you advised Jeffrey
That I what?
Epstein and wrote You advised.
I was
Jeffrey
his
Epstein.
lawyer.
Jeffrey Epstein is a good person who does.
I was
many
his
good things.
lawyer.
I think we
was
could
his
do better
lawyer
than that last
after he
paragraph
was
Jeffrey Epstein said
indicted.
to you.
I was.
So did you write?
I was his
that Jeffrey
lawyer
Epstein is a good person who does many good things? Because you say you don't remember doing that. That just came out in an email. And you impugned his
did not
victims,
do it.
calling the
And-
girls
but
self-described
look-
prostitutes. So when you weren't defending
as
Jeffrey
a
Epstein,
criminal
you're defending an
defense lawyer,
apartheid state.
As a criminal, I am not offending the apartheid state. Israel is the most
As a
integrated,
criminal.
least apartheid state of any country in the Middle East.
Right,
In
and that's
Jordan,
why
you
it's
can't buy
annexing the West
property
Bank,
if you're Jewish. In Saudi
where it has a
Arabia,
minority of the
let me finish.
population.
So, just for information's sake, Donald Trump wrote in his
Who I
book
defend.
about his Kabbalah teacher. His name was Eitan Yardeni. In his book, Trump, The Way to the Top. He even talks about it. Says that.
Yeah.
It's like Greta Thunberg.
He says, one day when my Kabbalah teacher, Eitan Yardeni, asked what I was doing, I told him I needed a break. There you go.
Yeah, I was looking into some of the Kabbalah teachings. They teach the ether is a heavily spiritual world where all the planets and all the gods are controlled by the one Yahweh. They literally say this, and the Yahweh represents the
Who
sun.
says this?
It's in Kabbalah. It's in their teachings.
Oh, okay.
Flat Earth, Flat Water just put out a documentary, and I was looking through it. I never really looked into the ether cosmology that much, but they do lean to the Hebrew gods, is what they say in it. That's what ether cosmology is. And I'm like, really? I didn't know that.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, that explains a lot when it comes to mysticism. They actually think they even control the weather like this. They said that they were saying.
I got a little thing about the Bible here I'm going to show in just a minute too. It's kind of interesting, I thought. So I thought about checking that out here in just a second. But I thought look at this symbolism. And this is Trump talking at the Department of War today when they had
Is that the
meeting.
Texas flag behind them?
No, that's the United States flag, but it's just like in the movie Patton.
Yeah, I see it.
When that scene where he gives the speech. I'll show it to you here in just a second. But
that's what it is. Only in recent decades did politicians somehow come to believe that our job is to police the far reaches of Kenya and Somalia, while America is under invasion from within. We're under invasion from within. No different than a foreign enemy, but more difficult in many ways because they don't wear uniforms. At least when they're wearing a uniform, you can take them out. These people don't have uniforms. But we are under invasion from within. We're stopping it very quickly.
He's doing the double speak.
Yeah.
You know, acting like he's for us and then speaking against Israel. That's how he's talking about.
He's not talking about Israel at all. He's talking about
you don't think?
on the other side of the political spectrum from him. That's what he's talking
Oh,
about.
I see. Okay.
That's what
My
it
bad.
ultimately comes down to. MAGA or die. That's how it's got to be with this guy. He's insane. And he's using manufactured crime. Look, the crime hasn't increased. Okay. The number of reportings on it has increased. So they bolster it up with a fake fucking video of a girl getting stabbed on a train. Right? That was the first one. Then they ramp it up really big with this one here with the Charlie Kirk. And oh my God, and I forgive his assassin. And the radical left, the radical left, the radical left. You're going to keep hearing about that. Radical left extremists Antifa, all this fucking bullshit is what you're gonna see. Yeah. Look here, this is just like what he was doing.
Hey, Saab, you forgot the furries. Don't forget the furries.
Oh yeah, the furries,
They're
freaks
dangerous.
and furries. Hang on here. Let me show you this. This is from the movie Patton. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but many people might not have seen this. If you have not seen it, great movie, Oscar award-winning performance, and I think George C. Scott, the guy who played Patton, I think he actually turned down the Oscar for this. Now, I don't want him to shut us down here, but I really truly do think that somewhere in Trump's head, he viewed himself this way. That he viewed himself like Patton in the 1970 movie. And you got to figure, how old was Donald Trump in 1970? He was coming up in his prime. And here he is with the very influential and it's a great movie, Patton. And this is the speech that he gives, and he says, let me see if I can get to the part where he gets the duty. Hold on a second. This is really a fucked up speech.
You seated? Now, I want you to remember that no bastard ever won war by dying for his country. He won it by making the other poor dumb bastard die for his country.
And his nickname was Old Blood and Guts Patton. And the men would joke that, yeah, our guts, his blood. It's our guts and blood, not his. But
wasn't he known as a magnificent bastard for some reason? I've heard that said about.
Yeah, he was a brilliant tactician. He was subject to believing that he was reincarnated several times as other great generals, and it seemed to be cognizant of being within close proximity of battlefields of ancient battles, and he would know what happened there as though he was actually reliving it. Now, he was a great student of history. He was a student here in Lexington, Virginia, at the Virginia Military Institute. His grandfather was a general, George Patton, during the Civil War, and he wasn't a politician, and that's the problem. Once you get up into the high ranks of the officer class, it's a lot of politics involved. Some of those guys are shooting for higher positions, higher office, that kind of thing. Patton, he would just tell it like it what is. And devil be damned. He didn't care. Other thing, so the press was constantly trying to pull him down, but in some cases, rightfully so. He was very abusive. He was very reckless. He didn't really care about the expense of the human cost as long as the battle was won, He made it against regulations for anybody with anything other than a combat wound to be within a hospital tent, because it was just for malingering and cowardice, So any cases of like shell shock and shit. And then I think he ended up smacking a private. He was in there for shell shock, and he sent him to the front. He smacked him and then made him get up and had the MPs take him to the front to fight. I don't know if the guy lived or died or whatever happened from it, but yeah, that was a big controversy, and so they relieved him of his command for a little bit. But he was credited as saying that late in the war that we were fighting the wrong sons of bitches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also talked about the lost tribes and that these people are not those people.
You're right.
And you guys make me think of the commander that was talking to Private Pyle, you know, about the garden hose and the golf ball in a Full Metal Jacket. Yeah.
You want to read a really good book? Check out Smedley Butler, War is a Racket. It's one of the best books you'll read about war.
That's what I was thinking of when you said
the coup. You know, the supposed coup plot that he exposed was actually trying to take. It was actually to save the United States from socialists and Marxists, and that was because that's who was actually controlling FDR. He was like the most socialist president we'd ever had, ever. Started implementing these fucking just print money and give it to people for cutting ditches and shit like that. You know, there was actually no wealth being created. His New Deal was actually a huge failure, and the only thing that actually brought the United States back into what could be considered a stable economy was the immersion into World War II. And that was, again, through no intrinsic wealth, through the borrowing of money through the Federal Reserve. They were paying manufacturers to produce arms for the war effort. And they were hiring everybody because it was a percentage over cost. And so the more it cost you, the more money you made. So they were hiring people all over the place and shit. And there's one friend of my grandfather's, he was a pipe fitter. He hired in as a pipe fitter. I hired him. He said, "What do you want me to do?" He says, "Well, you know, get used to whatever's going on." Well, everywhere he went, he noticed there was some guy following him. And he's like, "What the fuck?" So he had this great big wrench. And like for a couple of days, everywhere he went, there was that guy following him. And so finally he went around the side of a machine, and that guy followed back there, and he grabbed him and put him up against the fucking wall. He said, "All right, motherfucker, who are you? What are you following me around for?" Everybody was paranoid about spies and shit, right? And the guy says, "Oh, dude, I'm your helper."
That's
he didn't even fucking know it, you know. But yeah, my grandfather, he hired in at Fisher Body during the war, plant protection. Hey, worked there until he retired. And yeah, that was Fisher Body was making P-38 Lockheed Lightning. You can't buy any cars that were manufactured between 1942 and 1946. There were none. And the only ones you'll find are exactly like the 1941 models, because it's the same dies. They just stamped a few parts or put them together. A lot of them were probably military staff vehicles. So, yeah.
Don't let it go to waste, did they? No. There you go.
No. Well, all those companies were all on government contracts. Every food industry, or the sugar industry, the condiments, tomatoes. People don't know. I read a whole thing about in New Jersey that tomatoes. New Jersey was one of the biggest tomato growers that was on government contract for all the all the food and rations and all that stuff. And all the states were all contracted with the government to produce things also, no matter what it was, candy or anything you could think of, soft drinks and everything, canned water. I mean, just endless amounts of stuff. Cotton industry, just crazy. Canning companies. So they had canners everywhere, and just everywhere, canning everything.
Oh yeah, there's a cannery down here that's they're running it again now, making jams and preserves and shit. But yeah, there was an old cannery down here in Luray that I almost forgot about. That was really big during the war.
When you're talking about food demand, made me think of all the land that's now in private.
Oh no!
Well, all right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's just something that
It's
I noticed. But I've read a lot of stuff about certain places that pretty much all the states. Massachusetts was a lot of textile, so they did a lot of clothes and shoes and boots and all war effort stuff. Everything got converted for the war effort.
Oh, God,
My mother told me a story, so I wanted to tell you this. It was years ago. She said they used to have people go around and collect all the grease.
Yeah.
When she was a kid. And she said, I never knew what that was. And I said, they were making bombs with it. That's the thing. They were using the like bacon grease or, whatever your stove grease. They would go around and collect it. Have guys go around and knock on your door and you'd give them your can of grease,
So they were recycling everything, right? They were doing in your newspapers, cans. Cans were a big thing. Okay. Cans were huge. They were supposedly using something out of it to make bullets or whatever. Yep. And a lot of that shit was bullshit. A lot of it was just bullshit. But it brought the nation together under this disease, patriotism, where people don't really look at it. They react and they're through emotion and everything else like that. And now their sons and daughters have been thrown against the grinding machine of war because of a manufactured sneak attack that was designed to get the United States involved once again in the geopolitical conflicts of Europe. And it worked.
There was huge rations too. There was food was rations. You could only get so much meat. And I know
my grandfather lived just within walking distance of where he worked at the Fisher Body plant, right? So they got gas rations for how far away he lived. So he still got gas rations, and he didn't use up his tires because you had to have rations for tires too. You couldn't hardly get new tires. Yeah, rubber, because it was being sunk by U-boats coming from South America and shit. There was no way to get it to the United States. It was really difficult. There was a lot of things you just couldn't get, but then they carried it again to the ridiculous and the extreme.
Yeah.
Use it for marketing campaigns. Lucky Strike cigarettes used to be in a green pack.
Yep.
With a red circle on it. Today they're white with a red circle. And when they went that was when the war started, and they said Lucky Strikes is going to war. And they were supposedly saving the green dye for the army to be able to make uniforms and shit like that. Yeah,
that's ridiculous. Yeah.
But people bought into it. People bought into it, and the propaganda that was out there, just like after 9/11. You remember the fucking playing cards?
Yeah.
You remember? I got a deck of those.
I have some somewhere. I'll go grab them.
I got mine. They're in my little curio cabinet in the other room. It's like, and they have all these top
camouflage.
Dude, I'll tell you what. I was in a 7-Eleven just outside of DC.
See if I can find mine.
Or some kind of store, but it was run by Muslim people. And they was all back there, behind the counter and everything. And I'm waiting in line, and I see a pack of those cards. So I picked them up, and I started looking at them. And I'm looking at each picture, and I'm holding it up, and I'm looking at each one of the dudes behind the counter. It's like really obvious. I was like, God, what a dick. I was a dick. That was fucking.
Were you putting aces on people as you pass by?
Yeah. Damn. It's like my dad said. He says, if you're ever getting ready to go on a plane, he says, just look around and say, Allah sucks. If anybody objects, don't fly.
Check their shoes. That's what TSA did.
Yeah, the shoe bomber. The underwear bomber.
I
will blow my nuts off for Allah.
Wasn't it Richard Reed? Was that the guy that was the shoe bomber or the crotch bomber? The guy that blew his crotch up.
He was some African kid. He was some African kid, because he tried to detonate it at Detroit International or Detroit Metropolitan Airport.
Is that why TSA got them X-ray machines where they can see through you now?
That's what.
There's no more underwear bombers.
That's what. That's what they say it's for. Do you know how many terrorists or bombs the TSA has got since their inception?
Probably 0.
Yep, exactly.
One.
Got it.
Richard Reed was the shoe bomber.
The shoe bomber. That's right.
Yeah, and
they called me the wheelchair bomber.
Yeah, he was going from Paris to Miami. It was 2001.
I didn't find my deck of cards, but I just want everybody to know, since they say it in here all the time, I did go to basic with a private Douglas D's.
Oh, D's nuts.
D's nuts. I know him personally. I think he even signed my yearbook somewhere.
They say he never shaved. He was a hairy son of a bitch.
There he is. Douglas D's right there, right in the top corner.
Wow, that's hilarious, dude. Hey, you know, speaking of not these nuts, but just speaking of something I was thinking about is so if this is an angle I don't think people are thinking about or considered lately. That you know, there was a lot of hype about Agenda 21 at one point, you know, and these nature preserved areas, and then there was going to be the 50% of the land, right, was going to be nature preserved, and the other 50% were going to be where people worked and lived, and you know what they were calling nowadays 15-minute
I
cities.
understand. So we're in it. We're right beginning it. Okay.
This is what I was thinking. Yeah, that it's. I think that has something to do with why they're trying to implode domestically. Like they're gonna.
I was
try to
thinking
enforce.
I was thinking like the Hunger Games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember why there was
Probably.
do you remember why there was no 13th district? Those districts were there because of a failed rebellion of the people. Okay, and so
Was this going to be a forced rebellion? They're going to try to get us to rebel.
Well, people ain't gonna have to force very hard. There's people champing at the bit for it right now. Anyway,
that's true. That's true.
You know, so I don't know. I'm gonna watch and see how it plays out, man. I'm a
but do you remember who owns a bunch of this farmland and shit now? Remember, it's bought up by these rich pricks. Yeah. So that, you know, it wouldn't be too hard to do to have what they call preserve zones, and then also in Agenda 21, there's buffer zones around the preserved area, so where no humans are supposed to be.
Right.
So all that 50%
like in the Hunger
is
Games,
going to
like
be in the cities. Yes.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. I didn't know if people were looking at it like that, though. But
I am.
Yeah.
I'm on my way out. I don't give a fuck. Y'all have a good time with it.
How'd you find my dad?
How'd I find your dad? Right? No shit. This might rattle some people. This might rattle a few people. I don't know. See what you think, though.
The Bible is not the word of God, and even the people that say that don't really believe it. In John chapter 5, Jesus said, search the scriptures, for in them you think you have eternal life, but they wouldn't come to Jesus so that they may have life. But he also says in that same chapter to those scripture readers, he said they read the scriptures, but he knew them. They did not have the word of his Father abiding in them. Of course, Jeremiah 8 verse 8 said that the scribes wrote lies into the Bible, and Jesus came and rebuked the scribes and called them of their father the devil, and said that they kept the traditions of men and called them the traditions of God, so they were writing lies. Now, Paul told the Corinthians the rest he would set in order whenever he came. So are we still waiting for Paul? If that's the word of God to us, he didn't tell us everything. We're waiting for Paul to come and set in order those things whenever he comes. Paul told the Colossians to send their letter that he wrote them to the Laodiceans and to read the epistle from the Laodiceans. So if that's the word of God to us, we're commanded to read the epistle from the Laodiceans, yet they didn't put it in the Bible canon. Now, John, to the elect lady and the well-beloved guys, that's the funniest thing in the world to me that's even in there. He writes them like a paragraph, and he says, I have a lot to say unto you, so I have a lot of word of God to speak to you. But I would not with ink and pen, but I trust to come unto you shortly. That's what he told both of them. So that's not the word of God to him. If we want to understand the Bible or anything else, I mean, the Bible says the New Testament is not written in ink or in stone. And then we have a New Testament written in ink because somebody compiled a bunch of letters that were to individual groups and put them all together and said, this is the word of God. If you want to understand the Bible, you got to understand whenever you read Romans, that was written to the Romans. Whenever you read Corinthians, that was written to the living Corinthians. The Thessalonians, that was written to the Thessalonians. John and Revelation was to the 7 churches in Asia. Peter was the 12 tribes scattered abroad. The Gospels weren't for the Gentiles. The Gospels weren't made nigh until the blood of Christ. They didn't come into until after. The Gentiles were called dogs in the Gospels because Christ hadn't died yet. He hadn't broken down that middle wall of partition, making himself of twain one new man, and so making peace, accepting the Gentiles by taking the handwritten ordinances out of the way and nailing them to his cross. So the Gentiles are never supposed to have the law or the prophets anyway. If you want to understand the Bible, you have to read it in truth. And if it was the word of God, you would have to believe the beginning of each epistle. I, Paul, the apostle, with Timotheus or Silvanus or whoever, and our brother, to those which be in Rome, to the Thessalonians, to the church of Thessalonica, you'd have to read it like that. God's word is living. You're reading dead letter. It actually said the letter kills, and then you took the letter and added 27 letters to it, made it all the letter, turned it into a law book. Jesus Christ came to fulfill the law, and then you put the writings of the people who were fulfilling law and coming out of the law, and you make it into a law book. You have to have faith in God. You have to rely on God. That Bible cannot help you. That's why there's so many millions of beliefs concerning it, surrounding it, everybody that reads it. If it was the word of God, they'd come to truth from reading it. If it was the word of God, they'd drop dead from it, like the Holy Spirit. Whenever the Holy Spirit came from heaven, it had power. You know, somebody lies to it, takes communion unworthily, they drop dead. Whenever the Ark of the Covenant, whenever the 10 Commandments came from heaven, it had power. They could drop dead. Now the presidents of the United States swear on this Bible that says don't swear. So they swear on this Bible before they can rule the world. You have to believe God. You have to forget it. You have no hope. Google's not going to help you. The Bible's not going to help you. This Christianity, no church is going to help you. They're all lying and reading a lying compiled Bible and calling it holy. You have to rely on, wait on, have faith in God. Let him talk to you. Give me a follow.
Well, that's a good way to look at it, I think.
Yeah, I think he's got a lot wrong there. I'll be honest with you.
The Bible is not the word of
What is it?
He messed up a lot there. And I think
Yeah.
the first thing he said was wrong, because he said something about Jesus was rebuking them or something, but he doesn't understand that he was basically rebuking the Talmud, and that the Jews were following man-made traditions, and they were, as an example, they were like, why don't you wash your hands? And he's like, you put your man-made traditions above God. So he doesn't understand that. He thinks, oh, well, the traditions are in the Bible. He's rebuking them for following the Bible. No, he's rebuking them for following the unwritten Torah, which was later written down as the Talmud.
Yeah. Well, you know, Jaden,
I mean, that was his first point, and he got that wrong. So just right off the bat, I was like, oh, boy, here we go.
Yeah, well, the Jews at that time didn't follow the prophets at all. As a matter of fact, they just gave it lip service. So I mean,
they followed the oral Torah, and the whole reason it was oral in the first place is because they thought it was a way to keep the Gentiles from getting salvation. So the only way to learn the actual like true tradition of the Jews and like actually like everything Moses was taught supposedly would be to be taught it orally, and then I think like 20 AD or like somewhere around there it was written down. But prior to that, it was all just traditions, and I think even in the time of Jesus, they didn't have a written Talmud at the time. I think it was still
it was
just taught by the
like
elders.
a game of telephone. It was oral traditionally passed down.
Yeah, they all just
Well, didn't even back then the Jews thought that the demiurge and the Gnostics that was their truth, right, of the Old Testament, the Jewish belief, right? I think because the Old Testament and the New Testament, right, are two totally different. There's the monad, the one true God was, the New Testament. That's the way I looked at it anyway. But the Old Testament was supposedly the demiurge and the Gnostic belief of the Jewish, and then the Jewish faith. The Jewish faith.
Okay,
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Say that.
My bad.
Say that again.
I cut
That's
out
cool. Say that again.
Well, I was just saying.
I
think the Old Testament is definitely valid. Like Jesus even says, like he's all in the Old Testament, and Abraham longed to see his day, and all of that. But the Jews got it completely wrong and misinterpreted it entirely, and added their own things to it, which Deuteronomy tells them not to, which is crazy. It's literally in the Old Testament that says, "Don't add or take away. Anyone adding or take away will be accursed." And then, I mean, that's their own scripture. That's not even New Testament. That's Old Testament, and they still did it. So.
Yeah, and I think that the Jewish belief now, what they won't say out loud, like in the fucking Oval Office, probably like to the country, is we don't believe in Jesus the way that you Christians do. Like, they won't go that far because they know, people are going to be like, get the fuck out of our country.
You know what?
Well, I don't think they believe him at all. I think it's just a show.
I'm going to tell you about the whole thing.
Yeah, that's good.
It's a big fucking mess.
Yeah,
it's a big fucking mess. And it's got everybody goddamn confused. Every single one of it. Everybody claiming, I got the right way. I know the only way. I know the fuck y'all. You don't know shit. That's the best thing anybody can realize is this is you can learn two things really quickly. First thing, you don't know shit. Second thing, now you know something. There it is.
Yeah, that you don't know shit. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Right.
Those that bless Israel will be blessed.
Yeah.
Amen.
Just be fucking good, man. You know?
Yeah, be nice. Yeah, be good.
So here's Pete.
That.
What he said to the generals. He had all these fucking generals fly in from everywhere around the world. Admirals, everything. This guy, he's like the top dog over the military.
Well, thank God for Pete.
With physical fitness and appearance. If the Secretary of War can do regular hard PT, so can every member of our joint force. Frankly, it's tiring to look out at combat formations or really any formation and see fat troops. Likewise, it's completely unacceptable to see fat generals and admirals in the halls of the Pentagon and leading commands around the country and the world. It's a bad look. It is bad, and it's not who we are. So whether you're an airborne ranger or a chairborne ranger, a brand new private or a 4-star general, you need to meet the height and weight standards and pass your PT test. And as the chairman said, yes, there is no PT test. But today,
I did not know that. We had to take a PT test twice a year.
What did you just say? I missed that.
He said there is no PT test.
None?
No.
That's not what I heard. There's always been a PT test.
We had to do it practically monthly.
We had to do one twice a year, an official one. But we did PT every fucking day.
We had to take a lot of tests.
First call of the morning, everybody was outside in formation in PT gear, wearing sweats and tennis shoes and shit. And then you
doing
go
jumping jacks.
Jumping jacks and fucking push-ups and whatever, lunges, whatever.
Calisthenics.
And then they'd run your ass for about 2, 3, 4 miles or whatever, man. And come back and go eat breakfast, shower up, put on your fucking uniform, go to work, man.
If you fell out of a run, when I was in, if you fell out of a run, you didn't get out of it. You had to go to the fat kids camp at the end of the day after work and go still do extra PT until you got back up to form.
I've lost almost 80 pounds since I started doing calisthenics 2 years ago.
Nice.
So I mean, just basic stuff, just because my back won't allow me to do weightlifting or running or, because I have back problems. But I can do simple calisthenics, and it worked.
Yeah. Listen, he's got just a little bit more here.
in my direction, every member of the joint force at every rank is required to take a PT test twice a year.
There you go.
As well as meet height and weight requirements twice a year. Every year of service. Also today, at my direction, every warrior across our joint force is required to do PT every duty day. Should be common sense. I mean, most units do that already.
I mean, wasn't even aware that they had stopped doing that shit, you know?
With physical fitness and appearance.
What's the height requirements? I didn't know there was one of those, but
never heard of that.
I guess if you're a grunt or something, but
I can look it up.
This is a weird way to say it, but you know, we got a lot of pussies in America, so they might have had to lighten up the requirements to get more people in the military.
Well, that's exactly what they had to do.
Because I mean, my generation isn't like y'all, dude. We don't want to go to the military, and including myself. I don't want to go. So you know what it is? They got to like lighten the deal, and you know.
Well, yeah, they're having recruitment problems, really bad.
Yeah, so maybe this is a reason why they're not even getting properly trained, not doing PT, none of that. Yeah, that's probably why.
Look how many kids are on SSRIs. Like that's part of the battle right there.
Like all of them, dude. Shit.
You can blame it on Trantiva. That's the problem.
So it says that standards for height and weight are in place, but can vary by branch. For example, the Army's height range is generally 60 to 80 inches for men and 58 to 80 inches for women. Jesus. It says while Marines have a more restrictive standards.
Yeah.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that? What is that, General Pyle?
Sir, jelly donuts, sir.
A jelly donut?
Sir, yes, sir.
How did it get here?
Oh, that's a great scene. I'm telling you.
They say about body fat, it doesn't give a list, but it says that they have standardized fitness across all services, have introduced the possibility of body fat exemptions if a soldier scores high on their physical fitness tests, such as ACFT. And I don't know if that's some kind of testing standards that I'm going to go look it up. That's probably some stupid thing.
Yeah, I don't think when back in the day they didn't consider body fat when you enlisted. Check them for body fat.
No, they had that because we had a guy that he was. We had a chubby guy in our basic training, and they like forced him on a diet and shit, like where he wasn't allowed to have nothing but salad.
Yeah, they did that to a few people.
I got it. Yeah. I got it. I figured it out. ACFT is testing that they do to find out your physical fitness. It's 3 redemption maximum deadlifts. It's hand release push-ups with arm extension. It's standing power throw, which is like throwing something over your head and backwards. They do planking, which is like doing a push-up, but you're just on your forearms, and they do a 2-mile run.
That's general physical therapy, man. I recommend everybody join a CrossFit once and see how you like it.
That's similar to what this is. It's similar to CrossFit or it's a mix of calisthenics and like a CrossFit.
Strength training.
Yeah.
Basically,
I can't do planking if it locks my back up. I can't do it. I've tried it and it locks my back up completely.
Basically, our test was push-ups, sit-ups, 2-mile run for the most part, from what I remember. But
meanwhile, Trump, who's the commander in chief, shouldn't he have to?
Yeah, right.
Fall into that as well.
Good luck. He can push the Big Mac to his mouth.
Look at him there. Look at him there, hawking up.
There we go. Look at that.
Got the drone delivering, dude. That's awesome.
Oh my God, yeah. What is this guy talking about over here?
When I first saw them doing planking, I tried to do it, and 6 hours later, I couldn't move. My back just locked up totally. All the muscles in my back locked up because of that spinal disease.
What's this Marine saying? I think he's talking about his. I think this is a reaction to what Hexeth said.
This is what I want. This is what I want. Do you remember how it felt? Do you remember how it felt when you're running? Remember that? And you're coming home and you remember delayed cadence? Yeah. All right, here we go. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. On the run. On the run. Let her run. Let her run. Just for fun. Just for fun. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Delayed cadence. Delayed cadence.
What a fucking cult, man! I can't believe that.
That was the worst. I hated that the worst more than anything else. Just singing those stupid cadence songs.
Cadence, yeah.
Well, and then they try and get, want to be fair. Everybody's got to take their turn, man. I tried to. I tried so hard to get out of that.
Is that nasty or what? Look at that nasty shit right there.
Oh, the pigs in Zen. There you go.
This is so gross. I got to keep that. Come on. I got to save that.
Everywhere I go, people want to know. All right, I'll stop. I didn't mean to.
Airborne Ranger rolling down the strip.
Yep.
No, C-130 rolling down the strip. Airborne Ranger gonna take a little trip. Hey, one. Yeah, that's fucking bullshit.
I just remember this.
Still stuck in your brain, right?
Yeah, and it brings back memories being about fucking half hungover, trying to goddamn run. It's hot as fuck out, man.
I didn't want to say anything saying military stupidity when you were talking about your back, but I was gonna be like, you broke dick needs to go to the call.
I remember this whole song
right now. Yeah, you're on profiles.
I wore this body out, man. I wore it out. Did you? Yeah. I wore it out. By the time I was mid-30s, it was already worn out.
What's this?
I want to be an airborne ranger. I want to. Anybody know the
I
rest
want a life of sex and danger. I want to go to Tijuana, smoke all kinds of marijuana. I don't know, but I've been told Eskimo pussy is mighty cold.
My dad tried to get me to go in the Navy. I think when I was like 18, he said, "Hey, you should go in the Navy. It's good for you. You get out and move around, and you'll see some things." And I was like, "Nah, I think I'm good. I think I'm all right."
Some guys were really good at riffing off the cuff on some of the cadences. I wasn't one of those. But there's a few of them out there that could put some pretty funny ones together.
Had a black platoon sergeant down in Fort Gordon, Georgia, that was pretty good at that. What's that feeling when you're busting loose? Oh, juice, baby, juice. This is pretty cool. I don't know what the fuck is going on. People, what is with the going to shut down the government or don't shut down the government?
I guess they're shutting it down tonight.
Shut it
if
down.
If you're going to shut it down, man, don't
keep
open
it shut down.
Yeah.
Keep it shut down.
Tell them don't.
All right. Well, we're here. We're at our nation's capital. We are just about to walk into a meeting of the Democratic caucus, and I'm really curious. Right at about the time we would normally vote. Today is a voting day, or at least it was scheduled to be a voting day. In fact, it's here on the congressional schedule. You can see it for yourselves, except for that Mike Johnson canceled votes. So we're about to walk in this building, but we don't even know if the doors are open. All right, we're coming up on the door that we normally walk into for votes. Let's see if it's open. Locked out. All right, well, we had to use the side door to get in, but we are officially inside the building now. And I am headed up to the chamber. Normally on a fly-in day, that's what they call it, the day that you vote. There's lots of people walking up the front steps. You guys have probably seen me walking through these doors. You can see the doors are locked. And if the house was open, these doors would be open. They're locked. Let's see what's going on. This is the other entrance. Walking past the parliamentarian's office. Nobody there. And here we are at the entrance to the House of Representatives. Not a single soul. It's locked. Because Republicans canceled votes and didn't show up for work tonight because they would rather see the government shut down than negotiate a bipartisan deal to save your health care, to keep the government open, and to keep our federal workers working, which is exactly why we are here.
Wow, dude.
Kind of seems like they wanted to close down on purpose, huh?
Sounds like it to me, man.
Well, you know where they're down on an island somewhere doing something.
Finding all kinds of.
Yeah. Oh, there was one thing I wanted to bring up. Like when I was younger, when I was 18, my dad gave me the choice to go to Recruiter and talk to him. And after like 2 weeks of talking to him, I looked at my dad and my grandpa like, I'm not doing this. And they didn't get mad at me. That was really weird. I thought they were going to frown upon my decision not to go into the military. They wanted me to go sign up for the Navy because I guess it's a family tradition. But
yeah,
I
mine
decided
too.
no.
My father, my grandfather, all my uncles, except one, were all Navy. Every single one of them. My brother was in the Army. And one of my uncles, my Uncle George, who's half German, he was in the Army.
I had an
I think
uncle
my
in
dad.
the Wehrmacht.
What'd you say, Soph?
I said I had an uncle in the Wehrmacht.
Oh, shit.
In World War II. He was part of Operation Barbarossa.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, my Uncle George, my aunt's, my mom's little sister's husband, his parents were from Germany. So I think he might have been 100%, but I don't know. I never asked him. But he was in the Army for a while, and he come out and went right into the tech industry. He was doing circuitry and stuff for early computers, and he's a real, like, incredibly smart guy. Everybody else in the family were all Navy. My brother went in the Army and punched some guy in the face somewhere. I forget. Some guy got in his face, and he he heard him. And I think he just said, you know what, I've had enough of this crap. I'm sick of getting yelled at every day, and hell with this. They had him down in like Kentucky or somewhere. And so they, he told me, he's like, yeah, they gave me a lot of shit constantly, city boy and all this other stuff. And he said, I had enough. The guy said something, and I decked him and like, broke his face. And he said, hell with this, I'm out. And he just told him, I don't care what kind of release you give me, I'm going home. So they gave me a general, and they gave him a general.
I was going to say, you don't want dishonorable. That's as bad as a felony.
The general discharge, and I think they just proved him. He just didn't bother.
My dad did the same thing when he got out of the Navy. He went right in the tech business. He went right to work for IBM, and then he worked for Apple. And he did programming and board work and stuff.
Yeah, George was a big electronics guy. He went to when he got out. Well, because of what he learned in the Army, he got out and then went to some electrical engineering. He was an electrical engineer. That's what it was.
Yeah. Club fusion. Club fusion.
Oh, I have a question for you guys. Just if anybody knows the answer, because I don't know it 100%, but check this out. Does anybody know what all the other scientists did in Operation Paperclip other than von Braun? I don't need. Check this shit out. You know why nobody knows? Because all the Germans were already here. The Nazi side of it, they were already here. And von Braun was a dual character. He played dual roles. And over next to Cheyenne Mountain, right? Check this shit out. Von Braun's last name on his other character was like Brewinski or something like that.
You sure it wasn't Disney?
It could have been, but he looked. The other character that he played was, on the American side. He was like a naval guy, and he was stationed over near the Cheyenne Mountain complex at a place called God's Garden, the Garden of the Gods. And there was a place between Cheyenne Mountain and the Garden of the Gods, this big mansion that he was stationed at, right? It was like a intelligence position. Well, come to find out, there's tunnels that go under all that area over and connects to Cheyenne Mountain. But anyway, yeah, it's really weird.
The Garden of the Gods is actually a national park now. It's from what I
Southern
understand.
Illinois.
Yeah.
I almost went down there.
But so the picture I came across with him in a naval uniform, I'll have to get it over to you guys. But it's pretty interesting, the documentary where I got all this weird information from. So yeah, I just had never heard anybody else say that. So yeah.
Wow, shit that Tucker Carlson was talking about. Check this out.
The current version of history that we've been told is not only incomplete, it's just wrong. It's just flat out wrong. Whether they were big civilizations in Illinois 10,000 years ago, which there were, by the way. How can we not know that? We sent a man to the moon, and you can't replicate the technology that created. You don't even have a good guess as to how they were built? We don't. We don't even know when they were built. But why would anyone care? For suggesting that our historical timelines were wrong, and there had in fact been advanced civilizations in earlier moments in time, and that they had been eliminated somehow through climactic events, through natural disasters, and that we're not aware of them in any detail. Kind of seems to be true. Well, why don't we know that? And what does it tell us about ourselves and about the past that we don't know? That's what I would think people would ask. I know that what I learned as a kid is wrong. What do we know about ancient civilizations? And the answer is like basically nothing.
Did you read about Tartaria?
Tell you, when I was in Europe, that's what I loved, is the old buildings and palaces and shit like that. I would go. There was one in the town where I was that I lived in that was right on the river, and this thing would draw me to it. Like in the middle of the night, I would like wake up and just go take a walk and go sit down in front of this fucking place and just absorb the vibes. It was just, there was something about these places and the old structures, the old townhouses and half timber. I mean, it was just, I don't know, something almost magical about it. I really enjoyed my time over there.
I think Tucker's on the edge of actually spitting some truth there for a minute. He's getting close.
Well, yeah, so why?
Yeah.
He's Kabbalah too.
Sure.
He's a Kabbalist too.
You ever been to Holland, Michigan, Sav?
Yes, I have. In fact, our marching band would perform in the Tulip Festival every year.
I'm going there Saturday.
Nice.
To Holland, Michigan? What,
Yep.
what for?
I was going to go to the Dutch Village, just visit, go around,
Okay.
hang out, hang along the
I think they
beaches
have-
and stuff.
I think the Tulip Festival's like in April.
Yeah, it's past,
Okay.
April, sometime,
It's a
I
neat
want to go
thing.
get a stroffel, a Dutch stroffel.
Let me ask a question of you, Sav, though. Did you tiptoe?
No, I
Through
did
the
not.
tulip?
You get upset if you get too close to the tulip.
Sorry, I had to do it.
That's it. I'm gonna go.
You
I'm gonna
and
go to the
Tiny
big red
Tim.
light. I'm gonna go to the big red lighthouse too. I'm gonna go there and then probably the windmill.
nice.
The windmill. What do you call it? The windmill gardens. That's it.
Do they have a little Amsterdam there?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Well, I
kinda.
mean, not Amsterdam, but a little, Dutch village.
Persistent, Kobe.
There's a are you talking about the real Holland or Holland here in?
No, Holland, Michigan.
Holland, Michigan.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
like on the
I was going to ask if
the
you
the
guys
west
knew
side
much
over by
about.
the west side over by Lake Michigan there, along the lake.
To look into
No,
Kind of
isn't
not
it
too far
interesting?
between Saginaw and Muskegon.
Gotcha. I ran across this building, since we're talking about architecture a little bit. It's called a Monument of the Battle of the Nations. Monument to the Battle of the Nations. Have y'all heard of that? It's over in England.
Oh wow.
If you haven't, look at it, because it's so different. It's it's like nothing I've ever seen, and in a style that I can't compare it to anything else. But I'll have to drop it in the back chat here for you.
Right.
Well, Sav, you got me curious now. How do you do this? I want to see.
I don't know.
Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no
Like
That's
that,
how you
man.
do it, huh? There
Just
you go.
like that.
He's on steroids.
No, he's not. He's natural. I promise you. No proteins. No steroids.
Zoo, this prison.
Yeah, this is exactly how I feel if I have to go to Walmart. This is exactly how I feel.
I hate this place. This zoo, this prison, this reality, whatever you want to call it. I can't stand it any longer.
It's got to be a super center too, doesn't it? Like, here you go.
Yeah, dude, man. Oh my God, that used to be. Like I said, used to have to go to the circus, pay money to go see shit like that. Nope, not anymore. You just go to Walmart now, since they're not 24-hour. What the fuck?
Damn. You know what I just noticed too, Saab? That damn 6-pointed star next to the fucking Walmart. Right when you said that, and I was looking at it. You seen that?
Yeah, I see it. All right.
That's crazy, man.
I'll pull this back up. Get this back over here. Go.
They own every fucking thing.
Yeah, I know. Really highly
You're just catching on.
overrepresented.
Well,
Somebody
I mean,
actually,
the symbology is just so sneaky, and everything.
Well, of course.
Weird.
It's always going to be like that. They got to keep their presence in the foreground. all the time.
Yeah.
While hiding in the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
I got to keep Uncle, what his name? BB happy.
Yeah, it's no more Uncle Sam. It's Uncle BB. Wow. We want you. Wow.
Let me see here. I'm trying to find where I was at here. These people, I can't believe how much fucking Jew propaganda I'm getting on this fucking
X
feed. You know, the For You page on X?
Yeah.
It's nothing but.
Yeah. All I'm getting now is the flat Earth library stuff. That's all they're getting on my feed for some reason.
Yeah, I don't get a lot of even though I've got like notifications clicked for a lot of creators that I enjoy. Yeah. It's a lot of wormy, slimy ways they get their hands in there.
That's what they do, man. They're just they rely on subversion, censorship, elimination. And it's because they don't have a valid position. That's why.
That's an interesting word, Sop, rely. Where they just relying again. Yeah.
Yeah. Rely, as in to tell the same lie again.
Yeah, rely.
Damn salamanders.
New Charlie Kirk gold coin worth $6 million. Yes, sir. It's an Israeli coin, of course. This is crazy. Listen to what these people say, man. This is at their Rosh Hashanah service at the Central Synagogue in New York City. This was just a few days ago, because they just had their Rosh Hashanah in the Rad Lubavitch.
The greatest lie humanity tells itself is that we have outgrown human sacrifice. We call it by different names now and make our offering to different gods. We offer young men we call soldiers, as if the designation means that their mothers cry less when they die.
Infant.
We call masses of humanity collateral damage and turn our eyes away from the pictures of their lifeless bodies as we sip our morning coffee. And the truth is, we don't do it because we are heartless. We do it because we believe that it is necessary for the world to keep running. We do it because we believe that the gods whose favor we so desperately seek, freedom, security, prosperity, flourishing, that they demand blood as the price of their favor. We do it because we cannot see any other choice. And maybe that's why we read the Akedah, the binding of Isaac, on Rosh Hashanah. Because the story of the Akedah isn't about inconceivable obedience. When Abraham prepares to sacrifice Isaac, he is just accepting the same bargain of blood we still accept today. That some need to die for the world to flourish.
Wow, that's a hell of an attitude, huh?
Wow. Blood sacrifice to their gods. That's out fucking outrageous.
The greatest lie.
I need to keep that. That was off David Icke.
I don't think that's what the story's about at all. I think they've misinterpreted something somewhere too.
Of course they did. These people are horrible. Horrible.
What was Thanos' thing? He was going to eliminate half the population of the universe or something? What was Thanos' thing?
Snap his finger? Yeah.
No. He wanted to eliminate, I can't remember the gig, but he wanted to eliminate half the population or something, that Thanos got character. Chicago knows.
Are you talking about freaking comic books?
You're talking about Marvel's universe here for some reason.
I know a little bit, but not much.
Dano was completely, I don't know, how would you put it? What's the word I'm looking for? Tyrannical?
Governmental.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know. I never could get into it, man.
No, not really. Never either. Yeah.
I started watching them. I get like really high and we'll watch a Marvel movie and shit.
I've seen a few of them, but they all kind of mixed together after a while.
Mm-hmm.
I like Venom, a couple of the Spider-Mans, but after that, yeah, like, you know, what was it? Not the Hitchhiker's Guide. What the Galaxy guys? What's the name of those guys with the
Guardian of the
raccoon and
Galaxy.
Guardians.
That one.
Yeah.
Hitchhiker's
Oh, yeah,
of the
that
Galaxy.
I
The
am,
answer to
I
the
am
universe.
Groot. Yeah, he says, I am Groot. Yeah, that's all he says.
Yep. Little weird plant creature.
That little tiny thing looks like Jamie Farr.
He does, Sonny.
Yeah.
A little bit. See, this is fun. I don't know what this is.
Your
It's like
son has
Kramer.
been expelled 109 times?
Yes, but it's
Oh.
never been his fault. It's always the schools persecuting him for no reason.
Your son has been expelled.
I wonder what that's about.
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Getting expelled 109 times. Huh?
From school. That's
Yeah.
a bad kid, man.
Why'd they keep bringing him back?
I don't know. They feel sorry for him. The mother pleads to him, you know, they get other pleading parties about how he's been persecuted and shit. And then they say, okay, well, we'll give him another chance. And as soon as they come in there, you know, it's the same old story. Old woman, you knew I was a snake when you took me in. Right?
I heard like 6 million of his cousins and brothers were murdered too in the process each time.
He's like, well, we'll let him back in as long as he doesn't kidnap 10 more kids. He'll be okay. Just tell him to sit still.
I think Hegseth was waiting for some kind of an applause or something when he got done.
Move out and draw fire. Because we are the War Department. Godspeed.
Yeah, he was disappointed there, wasn't he?
Is that like one of those occasions where Kamala Harris was saying something and then she said, "Okay, now you can applaud." Like you were waiting for you didn't. What did you even say? Now applaud. Oh, yes, you're wonderful.
I think they were mad at him because they were going to make him. He was going to make up a, where he was going to make him work out and be in shape.
Everybody was like, "Fucking bastard!" Now we're gonna have to do even more shit.
Hold on, wait. Is he going to play something about Vladimir Putin now and Charlie Kirk? Is that what's going to happen?
No.
I think this is that Vlad TV.
All right, quiet on the set.
Roll sound.
Green can.
Man, I wish her hair would have just caught on fire right there when it sparked. All that hairspray and gel.
Fade up music.
Bravo.
Good God.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Sarah G was waiting for the monster trucks.
No shit, right?
That was about it.
Like in Idiocracy when they'd announced that president. And now, 3-time SmackDown champion, super porn star, and president of America, Dwayne Elizondo, Mountain Dew Camacho. Fuck, we're there.
Dude,
Erica, you got leave. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, has anybody been to Costco lately? It's just like that, dude. I swear to God.
Been to what?
Costco.
Oh yeah, it's equally as bad.
Yeah, well,
People-
yeah. Sorry, D-Man. I was going to say that if you remember the movie, America was a Costco.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's.
Oh, there's people that go to Costco to get married. I mean, that's how insane people are. There's some really messed up people in this world.
Oh yeah.
They're like, "Oh, honey, I got a great place to get married. Let's get married at Costco."
Hot dogs.
Yeah. It's the new American trailer trash, man. You know, your neighborhood meeting place.
It's like, oh, it was so romantic. We were standing right by the freezer with the frozen peas.
In my dreams, right?
Summer at the grocery store. The snow is falling Christmas Eve. Have you ever heard that song, Dan Fogelberg?
Probably my mom liked him a lot.
He rekindles an old relationship by running into his old girlfriend in the grocery store. And yeah, it's kind of a sad little song. It's kind of along the lines of Taxi Driver by Harry Chapin. That's another one too. It's a couple of melancholic ballads that are nice to listen to from time to time.
Ah, yes, Harry Chapin. I mean, the Cats in the Cradle guy.
Yeah.
In the cradle and the silver spoon.
Just buy the frozen peas.
What's that one? Or is that Jim Croce? Hold on a second. I'm trying to remember.
Are we looking at is that the guy Howie Mandel?
Yeah.
Looking at
I don't know. That's what I'm about to
Picture
find
of
out.
him,
It's
yeah.
something with Candace Owens or whatever. Candace got a bit of a little thick booty going on back here.
Yeah, she had a
it's
kid,
not
so she's a little lumpy.
It's all right.
I like a little meat on that on the bone there.
She looked
I
kind of
got hot chocolate
picky.
there, RG. That's what's up. Hey, I
Yeah.
got something for you. I got something for you, buddy. Are you ready? Are you ready for this one?
I hope so.
While you working on the floor, fire up that kush as I walk through the door. Coogee head to toe, so you know
I remember when I lost my
I fucking know her. She's coming on as a co-star next week on Tuesday for sure.
I know her. I picked her up at karaoke one night.
Bro, I'd hit that quick in a wheelchair, you know.
I sang right after her, and from there it was true love.
As your DEI bearer on the show, we're gonna have to get a little more diversity. I'm gonna need a little more color in these girls here. I mean,
I know I used to have some thick booty Latina girls on here, but I don't know what happened to them. I lost
a little more flavor.
They might have got
She lit that microphone up there at the end, though. That was kind of romantic.
She cocked her ass when she farted. That's what we call presenting.
I got girls brave enough to come on here and be interrogated.
Well, I didn't want to interrogate nobody. What are you talking
No,
about?
Sounds like somebody was kidnapped, man. I don't know about that one.
Why are we going to take it so far?
It's like I got one in the basement, you know.
You know, like you can't just dive into the deep end, you know, like you can't just tell people every conspiracy theory you've ever heard all at once, right?
Quit while you're ahead, Snowman.
Yeah.
You haven't met some of the panel guests on here.
No, man, let the girls out of the basement. Wherever you go, at anything, just at least let them out.
Wait, did you guys talk about war? Did you guys talk about the war like at all, or whatever? Some new stuff that Trump said about how,
No,
like,
not at all.
You guys just been shooting the shit, right?
Talked about how that Jewish president ain't worth shit.
Well, what it was I guess Trump
Any
said
of them,
that,
no matter what they are any of them worth a shit? Has anybody ever seen a president throughout their lifetime? Has anything ever gotten fucking better? Let me just ask you that. Anybody?
The exact opposite, Saab. I just want to tell you.
There you go.
It's gotten
So,
worse.
Well,
Seems
Sav,
like
I
the
heard
more-
a song. I heard a song once that said "Happy Days are here again." So I thought, must be happy days. Let's dance.
Oh,
We're
great!
happy.
The government is
There
here.
again. MAGA, make America great again. Well, first off, what's the definition of great, and when was this? The word again refers to the fact that it was at one time great. Well, what defines great, and when was that? Nobody can decide. Everybody's got a different idea in their head.
I think it wasn't that long ago, so I think in the 80s things were very different.
That's my point. That's my point. Everybody has a different idea of when that was. So it's ambiguous as shit. It's a subjective thing. It's all subjective by the view of the person that's looking at it. And what constitutes greatness?
Every generation says that their generation was the best.
That's correct. That's what I was
Every
getting at.
military
It's the
group
nostalgia.
says that their group is the toughest, the best at this. Everybody's competing for this is the best, and my car's the best, and these planes are that's all. It's going to be relative to the person, no matter what the hell their
But
age.
it's
It could
always
be the kid from
nostalgia,
last
bro.
week or your grandfather at 100.
Right.
Yeah, but it's always nostalgic. It's not now. It's the past was cool and now is not. You know what I mean? Like for us, maybe I'm getting old, right? But the kids think all this mumble rap shit's cool and everything like that, but they still listen to AC/DC deep in their heart. They know what's what, right? Like, I use them as an example, but like, yeah, no, you know what I mean? Like Rolling Stones, shit like that, Sympathy for the Devil. Those songs are all legendary, man. Like this mumble rap shit. I don't know. I'm not trying to criticize one genre or nothing, but like, we're all
Every
gonna remember.
generation, listen, every generation gets to this point in their life where they say exactly what you're saying. Okay. Every one of them. It's never been any different. It's I don't know where it comes from, but anyway, let me get this.
Right, so you could be anywhere in real time in this PT, and you've got a speaking day or whatever. You could be in your house.
I'm never leaving my house.
That's why I
No, I'm never leaving my house. Why do they need me to go to speeches?
You don't.
Why am I here? Why didn't I send hologram here to kids?
We have one in our
That's what we do. People don't have to do speeches. So that's one. Let me show you another. Can we capture her for 20 seconds and then?
Yeah, sure.
Record me.
Watch this. So what
J.D. Smalls is here, so he actually didn't go to heaven. He's also here. He's just been trapping all of us. All of our souls are here, so please send help and reinforcements. He really trapped me in here. I've been trying to get out. I have no way out. Also, J.D. Smalls is here. It's really weird.
That's fucking crazy.
I gotta turn the volume up for you though.
Please. Howie, tell me about Candace Owens.
Candace Owens, she's a firecracker for sure. With her sharp tongue and controversial takes, she's like the human embodiment of a Twitter storm. But hey, you've got to respect the hustle. She knows how to make headlines.
Tell me about Candace Owens in Japanese.
Candace Owens ですか？彼女は確かに話題の人ですね。
Oh my
彼女
god.
の白い言葉書いて利益を醸す意見で、まるで X 先ツイッターの荒のような存在です。でもね、彼女の活動には定義を表します。見出しを作るのがうまいんですから。
I've got more to say about you in Japanese.
I see a group of people standing around in a room. We're in a casual setting with some couches and chairs.
No.
Looks like a mix of curiosity and conversation happening.
Goodbye. Goodbye. No.
Well,
That's
I just had a
fucked
thought.
up. That's some fucked up technology, bro.
It is. I can see her being a good running mate with Erica. Like that would be a duet. Come on.
Oh my god, no, I don't see that happening at all.
A little bit of swirl in your swirl. Yeah, there you go.
Hey guys, before I go, I got a question if y'all don't mind. We hadn't really touched on this topic at all, and I don't know if you want to some, but
Probably not.
so these not anything to do with alien, no metal craft, not UFO, but what's up with the UAP and the plasmoid kind of thing going on in the sky lately? With what do y'all think about that?
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen a thing.
You haven't?
I haven't seen anything. No.
Oh shit. Oh wait. Oh, I mean in person. Okay, I got you. I'd love to send y'all some stuff, man.
There's so much shit people believe is going on because they see it on the fucking internet.
I got you.
Is that there's a lot of just manufactured bullshit that people believe are happening because of how strongly tied they are to social media on a daily basis.
Sure.
Where
Can I bring one thing up that's on topic? Well,
Sure, go ahead and interrupt the fuck out of me again and start talking in the middle of when I'm talking, Snowman, because you're fucking ignorant and can't fucking goddamn learn ever. I don't know why you can never fucking learn that. Go ahead. What you had to say was much more important than what I had, so go ahead.
No, it was about the balls of fire and shit. They had this one that went viral, and of course we all seen it in the parking lot where there was like this ball of like plasma and shit. And like you said, yeah, of course it's possibly fake, quite possibly fake. But at the same time, the scientists have really got behind it and say, oh well, this is a natural phenomenon. This is nothing to worry about. Da da da. But I don't know if you guys remember seeing that. I think there's 2 separate videos of this shit happening in like Texas or something, where this plasma lightning like came in. It's a ball lightning shit. I don't know nothing about it. But
Ball
like,
lightning has been a phenomenon for hundreds of years. It's no
Very
big.
long time, dude. Nothing new. So man.
yeah, to see it in person though.
Well, you didn't know. You saw it on a video.
Right. I know.
You going to be going soon, South?
No, I'm good.
Right.
I got some photos from work. I don't know if you're interested, so I'll get you some photos from work, man. We're building this nice extension on the cottage, man. Doing like basically everything exterior. We don't really touch the interior too much.
Right.
Right.
Well, I
We'll
don't
sheet
have
it.
time to look at those tonight.
No. I don't have it on me anyways. Yeah, no, I was just shooting the
Email
shit.
it to me or something.
I just wanted you to know, man, like I kind of understand, like, you know, like I really appreciate too you because like you talk about work and shit, like building houses or like, you know, anything like that. I'm not trying to say that.
He's asking you on a date. He doesn't.
No,
He doesn't have
what
the
I'm trying
words.
to say, what I'm trying to say is that like it's only a logical mind that will find that type of work fulfilling, man. Right? Like, whatever.
I would do anything if I was going to get paid. I didn't care what it was. I did roofing in July and almost died. I just didn't care. I would just do anything. I was a fisherman. I did anything. If somebody said, "Hey, I got a job for you," I'd say, "What is it? Am I going to die doing it?" Like, no. I was like, "All right, come on, show me what to do." I didn't care what it was.
Hey, D-Man, are you a redhead? Do you
No.
like doing roofing in July?
No,
I'm
but
thinking of Bill Burr.
seriously, I almost died. It was probably the stupidest thing I've ever done ever. And I thought, yeah, I could do roofing in July, no problem. It was 6 hours. I almost passed out on this huge roof. Like,
Here's
oh my
Yeah,
God.
I did the same
guy.
thing. Yeah.
I got Cubby's favorite guy up here. All of our favorite guy, really.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna love this.
Oh, hey,
I'm
Reverend
sick of
Schooling.
anti-Semitism. I'm sick of racism. There are white racists, nationalists who hate black people. Some of them are around President Trump, even though I think he's a great friend of the black community, but he has those voices. We have Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson denies the Holocaust, and yet he's in the president's ear. He denies the Holocaust.
All right,
All right, please stop defending hatred.
Okay, I want to come to joke, no joke in a moment, but I think it's only fair and right that I go to both the people you've just spray gunned and get them to respond. So, Myron, your response to Rabbi Shmuley.
Yeah, again, I find it incredible that he's over here so critical of Kanye West, right? About, he beats his wife, whatever. Meanwhile, you're walking around with a war criminal that's killed hundreds of thousands of innocent people, bombed them indiscriminately, etc. I find it very interesting that you're so hardcore on Twitter about some tweets that may or may not have been a joke, more than likely a joke. Anyone that has common sense, sarcasm, dark humor, etc., versus you're running around with someone that's literally a war criminal wanted by the ICC that's killed tens of thousands of innocent children, right? And then you're over here calling for censorship. I'm tired of anti-Semitism. I'm tired of racism. People like you are the fucking problem, because here's the thing. Americans are tired of censorship. We're tired of being browbeat into being virtue signaling losers like you, who always sit there and try to rage people and say, you go ahead and you provoke problems with people. I've literally seen you do this. You go up to people, you provoke them, and they tell you fuck off, and then you get mad and you yell anti-Semitism. Quite literally, what I want to hear is this. Rabbi Shmuley, until you can actually call people liars for what they say, no one cares about anti-Semitism anymore. You guys run around, use it for everything. We're tired of it. Stop trying to browbeat us and virtue signal saying, that's anti-Semitic. How about this? When you can call someone a liar for what they're saying, then we'll start taking you more seriously. Other than that, you're a fucking dildo rabbi.
Yay, it's about time. And
I was
he didn't
wondering
interrupt.
what Duffy had been up to.
He's
He
an
looks like
asshole.
he looks like he shaves his pubes and glues them to his face.
No,
it's so weird.
No. What do they call that? What's the name for it? A merkin. Yeah, there you go.
He's a dildo. I have never seen anything with him
sells
on
them.
it. Yeah, I have
Yeah, he
never
does.
seen. I have never
Is
seen
that really
anything,
on
any
Pierce
kind of
Morgan?
show or interview with him on it that he says anything coherent. Everything he does is the same getup. He did it with. Did you watch the one with where he was talking to Chunk Yogurt? Cenk Uygur, or what the guy from TYT. As soon as he's, it's endless. He does the same thing over and over. Watch every interview he does. That's all he does. If you even just disagree with him, you're anti-Semite. That's why I'm going to say whatever I want to say and believe whatever I want to believe. No one's being hurt by my thought. No. If you got a problem with it, well, tough shit. Then you need to go to another country and talk your crap that people will all agree with you, and then you'll be in good company.
They're such a paranoid people, man. They really are.
But was that Pierce Morgan? Was that his show or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, that's facts. Did you hear what the colored fellow said about call me a liar? Call me a liar if you're going to call me an anti-Semite. Say anything I said was a lie.
Yeah.
If you're going to call me names, right? Yeah, I thought that was important because they were trying to push it, but at the same time, I don't think it was sticking.
Well, because anything they say isn't based on fact, because the majority of the stuff that people say has some fact in it, but they can't.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to go on TV and say, "Oh, well, yeah, what you're saying is not dishonest. It's not like you're saying, okay, I'm a liar." Well, then that way you would push them into the angle of, okay, show me I'm wrong, and then that's what they don't want. They don't want people to understand those things.
And they have a tactic. Exactly how that guy's doing it is exactly how it's laying out in front of everybody with the censorship. Poke the bear, but then when people come back at you, all of a sudden you're anti-Semite.
Yeah,
which
that's all it is.
Who cares? It's just a terminology that I'll be anti-Semite all day as long as what we're doing is right. As long as what we're saying is factual or you're defending your rights in this country, bro. Don't come at us like that, or we're gonna be anti-Semite and this type of fucking thing. I'm just wondering how long it's going to be before it's number 110 country they're kicked out of. Yeah.
Holy fuck, take a breath. What does it actually mean? Nothing.
Shem.
Right.
Again, Shem? What? That's stupid. It was made up by the Russian oligarch in the Soviet Union as a way to quell criticism of the government. So it's really quite stupid. It's like homophobe. What does that mean? Fear of same? What a stupid fucking word.
I know.
Right.
But it's their trigger point that whenever they don't have an answer or don't want you, they can't put themselves in a situation where you're going to prove them wrong. Then that's what they do. They just throw that right out there every single day. I have never seen an interview with that guy.
I think
right?
Yeah. I think they're trying to get the weaklings on their side, right? It's like a cry. Oh, look what they're doing to us. Anti-Semitism. Right. And that's crazy.
And in debates, it's called rhetoric. That's all it is. It's rhetoric. They fall back on it. It doesn't have any meaning to it, right? So they're trying to trigger you by saying it because you've read your history books, you read the newspapers, you think that they are being persecuted because of the people they are, but
Trish Williamson said it's the rape whistle.
Yeah, I need one of those.
Pretty soon you're going to realize, listen, they just blow that whistle all the time. Don't mean shit.
Let me explain something about what is called the Jewish lobby in this country. Their belief is that being for Israel first, that does not mean you're putting America second. An American president, however, has to approach it in a different way, in my opinion. He's got always to think first of what is best for America. An American president must make a decision that does not, in effect, give the Israelis a blank check. And one example of that is a decision that I made. I decided early on in our administration that we were going to seek good relations with Egypt and others of Israel's neighbors. Many of my Israeli friends didn't like that because they wanted a special relationship with Israel and Israel only. Let me explain.
And that's it too, man.
Nixon, I played a video a while ago, I don't know if you remember, where Nixon said no president will ever go against Israel. Doesn't matter who it is, Republican or Democrat.
No,
never going to happen. Yep.
No.
You know, he said it in the 70s, in the mid 70s or late 70s when he was way out of office, way out. You know, so I'm sure that he probably had some influence, you know, on who he could talk to about. You know, I mean, they're all it's pathetically bad. It's really bad. Did you see the thing about Qatar? They launched some missiles or something into Qatar and blew something up or did something. And now they're apologizing. Netanyahu came out yesterday and said he apologized to Qatar. Yeah, I put the story in the private chat.
This is.
I want to go back before 1948 and see what the political behavior was like.
It was interesting what Nixon said about how making friends around the surrounding area of Israel pissed off Israel, right?
Yeah.
Because they got jealous, like a woman or something got jealous that they were making friends outside of their, you know, their little.
See, this is them. This is just like Israel. Now, this is a World War II era clip from Popeye.
The movie?
And in this cartoon, the little Japanese guy, he's in a submarine.
Okay. Yeah.
And he's shooting torpedoes at him, and Popeye's punching them away. And every time he fires one, he sticks his head out and goes like,
So sorry. So sorry. So sorry.
He's not sorry. He just say he's sorry.
It's like, yeah, they'll apologize, but then
I have a question that's odd about that. Why was it every time you would see that? Because Bugs Bunny had Japanese references, you know, from World War
there were
II.
tons of racist stuff.
Oh yeah, tons of stuff. I mean, you know, just Tom and Jerry. I mean, we could just go on and on with this for hours on end. But why did they always show them wearing really thick, huge glasses? Did they all have bad eyesight? I don't understand.
And the big teeth, man. The guy has a grill, didn't he?
Every single one of those I've ever seen, they were always wearing glasses, always these big, thick glasses. They're blind.
Yeah, it's like the old give me the old professor vibe or something, you know. Yeah, guys. Well, I'm gonna head out, man. Thank you for having me, Soft. I appreciate it. Awesome show, bro. Yes, sir. Y'all too, man. God bless.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to go in here and get into a contorted position in the front room for some.
Yeah, I kind of when my back's fucked up, I could sit for probably an hour and a half, and that's it. And that's about as much as I can do.
Now I'm hitting the end of it right now.
You got any more of those peanut butter balls laying around?
Yeah, I got a bunch of them in the fridge, but I just need to go in there and sit the way out and stretching that area out. So. All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for showing up. I was bound and determined, come hell or high water, I was doing my regular.
Thank you for coming, Sob. You didn't even have to stay this long, man.
Well, we had fun up here, and the people enjoy it.
It's good to see you as usual. Hope you're feeling better.
Oh, me too, man. I'm getting sick of this shit. It's getting old. Oh, there's Covey. Hang on.
Yeah, for anybody who's got Apple products, don't download the latest update. It's like screwing everything up on my stuff.
It's bricking everybody's crap. I saw that too.
That's what Apple updates are for. Yeah.
Huh?
That's what Apple updates are for.
Yep.
Screw your product. That's what you
You're like, oh, your product broke? Here, buy a new one. Here, we got the newest one out. Go spend $1,700 on our newest phone. Oh, so you can get updates and that'll brick till we come out with a new one. Oh, buy our newest one.
We've already got we've already got the next 3 versions in the goddamn warehouse now.
Oh yeah.
So
that they've made with all the trade-in products that you've given them.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, guys, I'm going to shut her down. Thanks everybody for showing up tonight. Everybody in the chat, it's been real nice. Don't forget, the Lord loves a working man. Don't trust Whitey. See your doctor and get rid of him because he ain't worth a fuck to begin with. And if you heard the shot, it wasn't meant for you. We'll see you next time. Sovereign Soul, Unchained Mind. Good night.